This fucking game is amazing. Like
You'd be playing anything while podcasting.
Man.
What's up,
I don't wanna hear
everybody? What's up, everybody? Episode 90, Planet Xbox Podcast. We are back, and I apologize for the delay, but, work's been holding me up, but we're here. We're live. Let's get started. I am your host, the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I got the crew here. We're going to start with Dopest J. What's up?
Hey man, I've been chilling. I tried out Rainbow Six Extraction and I uninstalled that game so quick. That game is absolute trash. I don't know why the fuck Ubisoft decided to put this game out. Honestly, that game doesn't even deserve to have the Rainbow Six name attached to it. That should have been a whole separate UIP, honestly.
Man.
Like that's just it's just I'll get into it in a bit, but it's like I don't get it. Like the Rainbow Six Siege mechanics doesn't work for PvE in my opinion. Like I hopped in there and I was like, yo, this is just boring. I don't give a shit about what's happening. I don't know.
It's just not work for PvE though. Like I mean, because it's like
it's just so soulless.
Like, Rainbow Six is always I mean, okay. Like well, never mind. Go ahead. Introductions. Like my bad.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I played that for a bit, hopped off of it, and I played Back for Blood with my homie, and we had so much more fun playing that game than Rainbow Six Extraction. So yeah, other than that, I've just been hanging out and doing some light gaming here and there. That's pretty much it. That game's garbage though.
You wanna hear something crazy? I still haven't played Back for Blood properly.
Damn.
Like I haven't had a proper game of it.
Dude, we were just on there for hours. Like we didn't even die. We were playing on veteran and we got through Act 1.
Yeah,
I need to download that game.
If anybody's willing to, run.
I'm down to play. That shit's fun, bro.
Yeah, hit me up. I'd probably be down to play.
All right. Speaking of, Ole Man Logan, man, what you been up to?
Yo, what's good? Dude, I've been I just platinum Spider-Man remastered today. So that's what I've been doing while I'm patiently waiting for February to hit here. I've been trying to clear out my backlog a little bit more. I'm a little still spooked out that Crossfire X does not have like any type of online presence.
Yeah.
Or like
is it
a
still
store?
Not on the Xbox store? I was hoping.
No, dude, it still ain't up there, and that shit's supposed to come out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Crossfire?
2 weeks. They ain't no pre-order.
That's my cap game, and these dudes don't want to show up. Like, and they got the nerve not to be in Game Pass. They got no type of marketing, but you don't want to be in Game Pass. Okay.
So, like, I'm just like, where the hell is? Because like that and Forbidden West is like my 2 big titles that I want to play next month.
You know what's crazy? Like, I'm hyped for Forbidden West, but not to see when it comes to PlayStation games. Cause I love the first Horizon, right? But I don't get is like my anticipation level is like, all right, when it comes, it comes. I'm ready to play it. So I'm not watching it. It's the same thing happened with me with Spider-Man. God of War. I wasn't like on it, looking at every gameplay. It's just like when it came. I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West, definitely more than I am looking forward to like Elden Ring. But like, honestly, if I had to, rank them, Crossfire is just like. I didn't buy Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard and whatnot. I'm not going to buy it, until the Game Pass, kicks in. But Crossfire X was supposed to be my Call of Duty fix because I just want to play the campaign. I don't care about.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I just want to play the.
Unless that multiplayer got like a huge overhaul, that beta from like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like
not that great,
right? But before I delve into that, Sad Boy Blue, man, how are you doing?
Yo, Instinct Transmission. What's up, everybody? I've been doing good. I've been doing better. I started like a fucking slew of RPGs. Like, I was just like, I just want to get them out the way. So I started on my. I'm playing Nobody Saves the World. I actually bought that. I wanna actually continue that. So like, when it ever leaves Game Pass, I can have it. I've been playing Skyrim, making my progress through that. With the whole special addition shit to it. Like the new armors and stuff that you kind of like find throughout the game, like the new quest lines and stuff from the like modded community and stuff like that is really cool. I put down Destiny for a bit because there's like a mission on there that's not working and it got me really down. I was like, fuck that shit. Like, so it was just like, right before the Witch Queen that comes out, it's just like there's like fucking. There should have just. I've talked to them, like I've sent Bungie shit. I'm just like, yo, fix this shit. Why is this mission not working? And nothing's happened. I'm just like, all right, fuck the game then. So it was started back on my playthrough of Mass Effect 2. I'm enjoying the hell out of that. All the DLC content, fucking it up, loving it. I started back on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I'm actually.
I did that. Did you do that? Are you doing the expansion with Cassandra?
No, like I got all of that shit. Yeah. It's just like I'm still like in the first area. Like I'm just cause games came out around Valhalla, and I was just like, God damn, I'm not gonna be able to play this game. So it's just like right now it seems like kind of like RPG time. So it's just like I'm cleaning up Scarlet Nexus, and I'm gonna play through Valhalla, and I'll just switch between that and Skyrim and Mass Effect for the most part. Nobody saves the world, so.
Okay. So I haven't been playing much of anything. You know, one day, you know, I played, you know, Madden. I played some of the Halo event, the Halo Infinite, the new event that they had going on. Just to get, but I haven't really just been really up to. I've just sort of been like, not in it. You know what I mean? So, like I think earlier in this month, I was playing a lot. I was doing a lot of games. And whatnot, hence my gamer score for the month. But I haven't. It's just like this is the perfect time to attack backlog games. Matter of fact, actually I did. Yeah, but that was earlier in the month. Like the backlog games that I went after this month was Sleeping Dogs. Like I did Sleeping Dogs. I played through that. That game was I thought it was an amazing game. It's been in my backlog forever. I'm looking at some other games to see what I want to play, but I know the Uncharted game just came out yesterday. I kind of want to play that.
It drops Friday. It drops Friday for everyone.
Yeah, Friday? I thought it came out on the 25th.
No,
it's the 28th.
It drops 28th on PlayStation.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, it's just early reviews are dropping right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, because my PlayStation's been like unplugged for this entire time. So all right. So then I'm somewhat looking forward to that. How much are they already charging for that?
Just a $10 upgrade if you own the existing.
Yeah, if you have like Uncharted 4 or even the Lost Legacy disc, it's $10.
Okay. And you get both of them. You don't have to have both of them at the same time. As long as you have one of them, you get both.
Yeah,
that's sweet. Actually,
I own both of them on disc though. I don't own them.
Yeah.
I don't own them.
Yeah, so you could put the disc in and then get the upgrade.
I don't own them no more, and I got a PS5 digital. So when
you got a digital? Damn. All right, so it's just $50.
Yeah.
50 bucks.
50.
Damn. Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, hold up. So you said it's 50 for both of them?
Yeah, 50 for both of them if you don't own them already. And if you do own them, it's just a $10 upgrade. So I'm gonna just put my Lost Legacy disc in there, pay the 10 and that's it.
Exactly. Like shit.
I forgot to say I freaking started up God of War on PC. That's a great port. Great port. Amazing. It's what do you mean? I have a 3090. That shouldn't even be a question, bro. You mean how I'm able to run it? I get all the frames in the world.
39.
Son, that's beautiful. Nice. Son, hold up. I want to ask them. All right, so you said you get all the frames in the world. What frames are you playing at, bro? Like
plus frames on God of War, maxed out ultra.
Yeah, so he's hovering somewhere like 107 to
nah, like I'm in the 120s at 1440p right now.
Damn. Hey yo, that shit probably my
DLSS,
God.
baby.
Well,
come on, man.
I'm looking forward to playing Uncharted 4 1440p 60 FPS because there's no way I'm playing that game in 30 frames per second again. And I don't think I want to play at 1080p 120. But I think the 1440p
shit I would
be alright.
Shit.
I mean, it's
I want a sharp image.
I want the game because we seen the game at 1080p and we seen the game at 4K on the PS4 Pro.
Like 1080p don't even be like I'll be comparing it. Like I've jumped between games where it was like I switched to like 4K, switched to 1080p.
My bad.
So you loud as shit.
I don't know, man. I can tell the difference between 4K and 1080p. Like that's a jump in terms.
No, I can't. Like I don't. I can, but it's just like it doesn't.
Much clearer than 1080p.
Yeah, like it's like I guess if you're like for like that sharper image, then I guess like 4K is definitely like what you're looking for. It's just like 4K just it isn't hitting. Like every time I switch back and look at the thing, I'm just like, nah, I don't like it, and then I switch back to something lower.
Don't
Are
like
you playing on a
4K?
4K
What?
display?
Yeah, like I have like a 4K display.
Yeah.
Like I have like a 4K monitor, 4K TV. Like every time like I switch it back. Like it's just like I don't know. Like it has like it's like I want to play off a fucking CRT. Like come on now. Like I'm really not
That's
really.
disgusting. I wouldn't do that shit.
I love it. I love the way dude was playing God of War off a CRT, 60 frames. Junk looked it dope. I was like, wow.
I don't know, man. Like I have
that's a
a
little
bunch of
sketchy.
displays in my home, and I have two 1440p monitors right in front of me. I have a 4K monitor to my left. Like I can tell the difference between those two resolutions alone. You know, hopping on a game that's native 4K versus native 1440p.
Yeah.
And going from 1080p, that's oh my god, like.
And I love CRT.
So image
like,
quality is a big thing for me, which is why I like to have like either hardware, like high end hardware or semi high end hardware. Like I couldn't do a Series S mainly because of image quality. Like I'm not sacrificing that.
It's like it's hard to like. For example, I was actually playing on like when you can get used to it. Like I was playing on it when I was capturing all my like Halo gameplay for like the review and whatnot because I had my Series X connected to the TV and whatnot. But like I wouldn't mind like I don't think it would bother me if I'm on a native 1080p or 1440p display, right? Because I think it scales well. But I had a question for you, Dope, because I came across. So it looks like Gigabyte is released another HDMI 2.1 monitor, but this time it's at 32 inches, but it does not support HDR, but it does support all the other stuff. It has HDR, but it's like display. It's that weird HDR like 600 whatever.
Which one's like 600? Okay.
Yeah. So and the thing is, it's like it's fairly cheap. It's like $700, maybe $600-700. And reason why I'm interested, it's a 4K monitor, of course, is because it's 32 inches. So I think that's that sweet spot.
It's a sweet spot for sure between like a overly big display and something small.
And so the thing is, it's like I would get that, but I still can't get rid of this monitor. this Aurora in front. I cannot get rid of.
Oh, you got the 43 inch, right?
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, you still have that.
Yeah, I still got that.
I'll recommend just keep posting it and seeing who would buy it, or even put it on Marketplace to see who would get off of there if you got Facebook.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm gonna try it again, and I still want that because you got that LG one. I still in my cart at Best Buy. I got a Best Buy gift card, plus the little reward points I get, plus the gift card. So I can get it, but it's like, well, I don't want to be in a house full of like 4 monitors for no reason.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of a couple of them for sure.
Yeah, monitors for days.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. We'll see. And then I really want to try to get a hold of this GPU before I do anything else because I want to get my capturing set up. I want to get comfortable with my capturing capability, and I need stupid 20 series or I'd actually minimum 10 series card. But if I need a 10 series, I might as well get a 20.
Yeah, let's get the 3060, call it a day, and just rock that for the next couple years like you did with the 980 Ti. That's it.
I rocked the 980 Ti for damn near 2 generations. I got the 980 Ti in like 2016 and never looked back. Wait a minute, what he said. Blessed Red says, I don't know if you know this, Kid Smooth, but they basically made the HDMI 2.1 certification irrelevant. They basically made current HDMI 2.0 monitors also be considered 2.1. Well, how did they do that?
They messed around. They messed around with it a bit. I know exactly what you're talking about, but like me and Smooth, we know how to look for HDMI 2.1 monitors. We've been doing this shit for like a year now, so like Smooth knows what he's doing when he's looking for it. He knows how to look at the specs of it.
Yeah. I was about to say I thought they did some foolery because I was about to say if I get a 2.0 monitors, I'm going to be lacking some features unless they're doing some software implementation or some shit like that. But
no, they're doing some weird shit with some old monitor models trying to make it seem like they're HDMI 2.1 certified when they're really not.
What is that actually for? Is that to trick people to think that you could get higher frames with it or something? Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's just a trick, people, because if you have an HDMI 2.0 monitor, you can't do 4K at 120 frames at all because you don't have the bandwidth through the HDMI port. So you either have to pay that 1440p or 1080p 120.
Right. Yeah, so right now, my Series X is at my desk. It's not on my TV, and I'm plugged into the my Evermedia card, and Evermedia isn't obviously at 2.1, so I'm limited. If I want to play at 120, I'm limited to 1440p to do it. So I don't even bother playing the game at like 120 when I'm like hooked up into the capture card. I don't know if it's necessary. I'm usually doing that to either stream or to capture gameplay. I can capture at 120, but I mean, YouTube doesn't even have like 120.
Yeah, they don't have a 120 mode yet.
It's not even worth it, honestly. It's not even worth the effort. But let's see.
Like, but hold on, I just wanted to ask you, Smooth or Bless Red or Dope, like, is there like a CRT that can do 120 or no? Are they just stuck to like 60?
Not that I know of, because they don't manufacture CRTs anymore. All I know is that a lot of the modern TVs and a lot of the modern monitors that you can get support 120 hertz at the very least. And they're not even that expensive to get into anymore, because now with these TV manufacturers in particular, they're putting HDMI 2.1 in their long run models. So it's gonna be easier for people to get into the market. You know, you have your brands like Hisense, TCL, and Vizio providing pretty affordable HDMI 2.1 TVs. Now, I would caution you, be careful and watch reviews for some of those panels, because quality control is a big thing, and you know, some wonky things can happen with those TVs compared to like a Sony, LG, or Samsung. But it's getting much more easier, especially with monitors. There's more manufacturers of monitors putting out HDMI 2.1 models, so they're gonna be cheaper in the next coming years. Obviously, like me, I paid $900 for mine, so that's like the first wave of them for next gen consoles.
Because you paid 900, I paid like 1,000 for this shit here for fucking reason.
Hell no.
Oh man.
Like, I just wanted to know because like I'm sorry, like we're like stuck on fucking specs and shit, but it was just like the whole, because I saw like the John Lennerman dude like talk about like CRT gaming and how like you had to get like an adapter to put like the cords that we use now in the back of, like, it was like a Sony CRT from like monitor from like who knows back when, but it was like
you need like an RCA to HDMI adapter, or something like that.
Which always just feels weird because you're just going backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but it's just
it used to be you had to get a like ports for HDMIs to go forward. Now you got to go backwards.
Bro, I remember getting the so you know how when the 360 came out, it didn't launch with the HDMI. It launched with all those yellow, red, white.
Those are RCA connectors.
Yeah, RCA connections. And when that finally got the HDMI connection, I was like, oh, nice. And then they made a native one. And I sold my 360 so I can get that.
I mean, HDMI is the best shit that happened in home theater, man. All those RCA connections, even like with like modern day soundbars using optical cables, like you could just use HDMI ARC and just control everything.
I just like how games look like off like CRTs, especially like modern games, like with a lot of the art styles and a lot of the graphics, it stands up.
You like these crystal clear pictures to look like shit.
Like, I mean, it doesn't look like shit to me. Like, I like how it has kind of like this grainy effect to it. Like, it's really cool. It's almost like a film grain.
Put film grain on your game, then, man.
I don't know how.
Motion blur all the fucking way up.
I know.
I turn off film grain. I hate film grain.
Yeah, I hate film grain too.
Film grain, motion blur, and all that shit.
I turn off motion blur. I turn off motion blur.
I don't understand how people are like buying like PS5 and Series X's and S's and plug them shits into CRTs. I'm like, that's like,
son, let's go, son. This shit is awesome. Like,
you know what's the next move for me?
You're a different breed, man.
Is when OLED monitors become mainstream. Whenever OLED monitors become mainstream, that's gonna be my next move for sure.
They're gonna make the damn. That's gonna be.
They have one coming out. Like Alienware has one coming out, but it's an ultra wide. I'm like, I don't want an ultra wide monitor.
Yeah,
that's OLED.
So let's get into this.
All right, my bad.
Let's get into some of these topics here. So the first thing, all right. So obviously the talks, are starting to simmer down in regards. Actually, they're not, because I feel like every other day there's something new coming out, and we're gonna discuss all those things. But so obviously, last week Xbox announced that their intent to acquire Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. that shocked Twitter, YouTube, everything. Everybody's reacting. Everybody's asking them what's going where. Is Call of Duty exclusive and whatnot. And there was a lot, when these acquisitions happen, the first thing people do and enthusiasts do and Xbox fans do, they make images, and combining all like Xbox's first party and IPs and stuff like that when this stuff happens. And somebody made an image for Aaron Greenberg with Aaron Greenberg putting up the X sign, and they had a picture of Crash, who looks like he's putting up an X sign, and they put that picture together. Aaron Greenberg took a liking to it and made it his profile pic, and everybody got triggered because they felt it was inappropriate.
Like everybody, a certain fan base,
a certain fan base. You're right, old man. A certain fan base.
Hey, old man.
Were offended because they felt it was inappropriate and cruel for someone in Aaron Greenberg's stature to post that picture. Now, mind you guys, this is not like him. Like, it's nothing derogatory. It's nothing. It's literally him standing next to Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
And the reactions to this image, you would think somebody like something offensive happened, like, or was said, or somebody was making fun of something. Like you would have thought that Aaron Greenberg
bent. You would have thought Aaron Greenberg killed Crash or something.
Or like you would even like the way they were treating it. People like you're putting it in our face. You're teasing and. You should know better than that. You're better than this. This is why I don't like Xbox. Exact. This is why I don't buy Xbox. All this stuff. I'm like,
that's why I never support them.
You freaking crazy. But these are the same guys, Logan. These are the same guys that copy and paste Phil Spencer or Aaron Greenberg's head onto something derogatory, right?
Yeah.
And meme it, and it's okay. They do like they laugh and all this other shit. These are the same people that put clown noses and all this other shit on Phil Spencer and stuff, put it in their thumbnails of their video, but they found offense to this. Who wants to take a jab at this first?
I mean, I'll take a little jab at it, because the first thing is, I didn't even know Aaron Greenberg changed his fucking profile picture until I saw literally every single tweet out there from these fanatics or whatever the fuck you want to call them, complaining about it. Like, dude, like I didn't even know about it. Like I don't watch every single move that Aaron Greenberg does. Like, why are these people that obviously don't like the Xbox brand so much, like, even caring about what these people are doing?
Yeah, right.
But I'm sitting there like to me, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's literally like Aaron Greenberg. He's the head of marketing. He works for Xbox. He's passionate with the company. To me, it looked like he was celebrating, Xbox acquiring Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Now, whatever spectrum you land on that, like me, I still stand with, I'm not like a huge fan of them acquiring Activision and Blizzard, just because I think that there's other companies and that are better and worthy. But I'm not going to sit there. Like, I'm just like, it is what it is. I guess I'd rather have Xbox grab them than somebody else, right? Because they were going to sell regardless. Mm-hmm. And so I just looked at it as like, this is Aaron Greenberg just celebrating a win that he feels is for his company, that he works for and that he's passionate for. No malice behind it. No rubbing this in your face.
Yeah,
nothing like that. And then everybody just takes this shit out of context and says, this is what this is. But then they'll go out there and say that you take their stuff out of context and that it's just all jokes and there's nothing really wrong with it.
Yep.
But then, like, you call them out on that shit and they're like, no, you're taking this all the wrong way. It's like, then you just go and do it and that's fine when you do it. But you want to take this out of context and make it to something that's not, and that's okay for you to do. And I don't know. I didn't even know it was saying. Now I think it caused this a little bit of problem, because like now I don't know who the hell I'm talking to on Twitter.
Because everybody has
everybody like I didn't go with that trend. I was like, it's not me. Like I'm not doing this. But like now I see like. Every time I'll be like, there's like a like or like a reply on a tweet, and it's just that same old thing. And I'm like, you guys created this. If none of you would have said anything about this, none of this would have happened, and you wouldn't be getting made fun of. And
I mean, nobody would have really gave a fuck too, though. This is like, bro, like I didn't even know that people were fucking mad about this until like Smooth said some shit, and I saw Smooth change his shit, and I was just like sitting there like, why is everybody doing this? I thought it was like a thing that like Xbox and Twitter like created that everybody could use. I didn't know it was like something like some other person created. So it was just like people are mad at this man, calling for him to be fired, saying that it's unprofessional and shit like that. And granted, I just watched the Power Up documentary, amazing documentary, by the way, fucking crazy. So much insight into that shit. And like Aaron Greenberg seems like a really, truly genuine fucking guy. Like from that documentary alone, and just seeing like his response off of just like all the other shit that everybody gets mad at this man about. Like I mean, like you said that he's like the lead on promotion or something like that, or like marketing or something like that. It's just like, this is what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna hype up things. Like that's just what he does. Like he's not out here saying like he doesn't have Crash next to him with a middle finger up saying fuck PlayStation. It's just like, it's an X, it's there, all right, you're good. Everybody just get hyped. Like you don't need to take this so fucking personally. Like, I mean, like nobody had an issue when they did the fucking "this is how you share game" shit. Everybody was laughing, everybody was giggling, all that bullshit. But like he didn't even make a video. This is just like a fucking JPEG picture or whatever. Like it's fine, it's harmless.
Should have been an NFT, man. They should have made
that
NFT.
Like,
well, listen, man. I'm
just
really. All right, go ahead.
Just real quick. Crash hasn't been associated with the PlayStation brand
in like 30
as
years.
Like its mascot
for
in
a
like
long time.
No, 20 years.
20 years, okay.
20 years.
For a long time.
Let it go. Let it the fuck go.
No, we're not letting it go because that was extremely unprofessional. I'm offended. That man should lose his job. I am an avid hater and supporter. I'm a supporter of PlayStation. I'm a hater of Xbox. It doesn't matter what Xbox do. I'm gonna go on Twitter, I'm gonna go on podcasts and say that Xbox should compete with PlayStation, and still, you can grab that from me. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad when Xbox makes acquisitions, even though I hop on every podcast, Twitter space, and my own tweets and say that I want competition. You know, Aaron Greenberg, like, how dare he, man? How dare he do this? You know, making this profile picture with Crash Bandicoot and celebrate. You know, you can have Sony devs celebrate the success of their games all day long. You know, you can have Sony executives celebrating, you know, different acquisitions that they made, but God forbid any executive from Xbox does that. We have to, you know, cancel them, call for their jobs, everything, man. You know, Aaron Greenberg, you're such a bad guy. I'm salty. I'm extremely salty about this, and screw Xbox, man. I hope these guys can go out of business. Thank you.
Yeah, stay salty, you Xbox. Stay salty.
Yeah, man. How dare he do this? No, I seen it. No, on a serious note, I seen this on Twitter and I just found it hilarious. So why are people getting mad about this? It makes no sense. I didn't even, you know, pay it too much mind. I'm like, okay, you know, the guy's excited about it, that's it, you know. People do this shit all the time, though. Like, you work for a company, you guys do something great. Like, oh shit, let's go, you know?
Exactly.
You see this shit all the time on LinkedIn and stuff like that, but I don't know. People take shit to the extreme when it comes to Xbox, honestly.
Yeah. That and when like Destin tweeted something about Destin Legary, who tweeted about Crash or something. People were like scrubbing through his tweets and like saying like, "This is the first time you've ever mentioned Crash." It's like,
okay,
dude,
bitch.
Like, why are you taking this shit so seriously? Like, and these are the dudes that talk about how much they play games. Yet when you go to their feeds, they ain't ever talking about games. They're talking about Xbox acquisitions, and they're talking about how terrible Xbox is. Like, you want to know why Xbox is trending also, like, on a daily basis on Twitter? It's these dudes. It's these dudes that's sitting there tweeting at Xbox or going to the president trying to block the Bethesda acquisition, or not the Activision like acquisition, or like they got droves of them like tweeting at the president saying, "You gotta block this, even though Xbox got no games. You gotta block this from happening because then they'll have games." Like Like, dude, it's fucking insanity here. If you focused on the fucking games you would play, you would not get caught in 4K with getting found that you never beat Horizon 1, and you're over here capping for Horizon 2.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yo,
Shot.
That sounded personal. Who was that stray for?
You know,
let's say
I don't want to throw names out there, but there's a couple of them out there.
Damn, bro. Yo, Nick, I got you with your copy next week, man. I pre-ordered my copy of Horizon Forbidden West Special Edition. And yeah, Nick, I got you
where
next
my
week.
Steel series at, man? But yo,
man, you get your game, bro.
NickBanks.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what's good, Nick?
Ain't nothing, man. What y'all was talking about? The Destin, people were upset with Destin.
No, people
They're upset with Destin.
Man, if you say Xbox is a good brand, they're upset.
Yeah, they're upset with you. Yeah.
If you like, I like Xbox. They're like, you fucking corporate slave.
But
you're an Xbox hater.
I remember when Destin had the 900p and 1080p.
Yeah.
Every one of those same people that's upset, they was retweeting that. They had no retweeting that. They was laughing and joking. It's just jokes and all that. They was cool with Dustin then. Now they upset with him. I just don't get it.
There was they also liked Destin's preview of Crossfire X because it spoke badly about, he wasn't a big fan of the game, thought it was generic, and that's fine. That's his opinion. That's great. Like, I'm not going to dog on him or bring him up.
Retweeting
they're like, look, Destin says this about Crossfire X is that it's trash, and we believe him, and we love him here, but them same motherfuckers will go out there and grab YouTube videos from Destin saying, Xbox is making these great moves. They're doing all this good stuff. It's like, make up your do you fucking love the guy or do you hate the guy?
Yeah,
like, pick a side.
They do the same thing with Digital Foundry when Digital Foundry would point out.
Oh man,
Xbox,
they flip flop on Digital
like,
Foundry
he's
all the
lying,
time.
they're lying, and then when they do something that shows play, they say, you see, what about those the tools, all like, these guys are ridiculous. It's very. Very bad.
Yeah, I was like, so when Destin says something negative about Xbox, you guys believe him and want to share that information out there. But when he says something good about Xbox, you're like, you have no credibility. You're a terrible.
Him being negative, he's just giving his perspective. That's it. He's being critical.
Oh, hold on. But what Smooth said carried a little weight because you had some dudes that claim that they talk the truth and all that, saying that Xbox Xbox paying Digital Foundry. If they was paying them, why would they ever say something negative and the PlayStation 5 was performing better? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous how much people, the people you thought that, they always spitting facts is out here believing stuff like that. Like, it's crazy, man. I mean, you can say names, man. You know what I mean? Like that. What's the Spider-Man dude on Twitter that all he talk about is Xbox?
Aggro. He don't even got a PS5.
And he don't even have a PS5.
Like PS5, and he be talking all this shit, and I'm like,
oh
really?
no, wait, he don't got a PS5?
No,
nah, and none of his
Do you have a dusty ass PS4? And he has, but he has an Xbox Series, right? Doesn't he got an Xbox Series?
How does Nick got a PS5 and he don't?
Right, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
But yeah, it was funny. So that's the reason why I changed my default pick to the Crash. I just had shout out to Cole Eastwood. He did the image for me. He put my face on Aaron Greenberg's and had me next to Crash Bandicoot. I think I sport that for the week and until it gets old. But
till they stop crying.
Yeah, till they stop crying because people were really. I just was very surprised at the responses.
I was
people like Wooly Gamer. Like saying, but Wooly be talking like some craziness because he be getting sensitive on some things. He be harsh on some things. And
he's like, how in the world can this man? Yo, his fucking accent gets me every time.
I love Wooly's
well, shout out to Wooly, man.
I love Wooly's accent, but the thing is, like, so the crazy thing is, I remember arguing with him 2 weeks ago of him like co-signing that dude who made he memed this girl with yellow hair that was she's like an Xbox something. He memed her hair to mimic the 69 Metacritic score, and they all were laughing about it. And I'm like, you see, I was like, you guys like, I was like, this could be considered cyberbullying because what you're doing is you're using someone's image and likeness, and you're pretty much making fun of it. And it was like, no, and they was like, oh, I'm being like sensitive or I'm taking it out of context. But like, it's like, but the point I was making had more truth to it than Crash Bandicoot offending anyone. Like people was like, they was like, but it's been identified with PlayStation this whole time, like as if Microsoft have to show some sort of honorary respect. These like, it's like, yo, didn't they used to have Crash Bandicoot calling out Mario and shit when it was a PlayStation exclusive, like in commercials? Yeah, like PlayStation used to deliberately attack its competitors, like name drop. They'll do like freaking what the heck did they do? They used to do like crazy shit and get celebrated for it, but even things that but shit like this, and even though Aaron Greenberg actually did nothing, he didn't even make the image. Image was made by just a regular one of us. So he's just like, oh, you know what, this is cool. Let me put it as my default pick as an appreciation, and people were just like so salty about it, and I don't know what it is about, but I'm sorry, like PlayStation fanboys have just like, they're just very, very, very like sensitive. They're like, I don't know what it is. It's like when I think of tribalism, I think of them. I know it goes both ways, the whole tribalism thing, but these guys are very, very bad with it. But
oh shit, we got a special guest.
Who's the special guest?
What are you doing tonight?
I'm podcasting.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you were supposed to be streaming Halo on Friday, and then it became Saturday.
Oh man.
And then it became Monday.
I never actually gave
Wednesday.
I never actually gave any days. I was
and now it's Wednesday, and all I've been hearing about is I don't have time, which is cool if you don't have time.
I have time. I just
that's okay. You don't got time, but
I never said I didn't have
time. You got time to tweet. You got time to make videos about Activision. You got time to talk about Blizzard. You got time to be up on here. When you going to Xbox takeover, man? When I would figure he would stream Halo. That's the takeover. That's the best game, right? That's the flagship.
Fair enough.
So what are we waiting for, Smooth? The people are hitting me up. They want to be entertained. Not to mention you got like what, $500+ in the pot?
Do I?
Damn.
Oh, you do Halo on Legendary? Oh my god.
I'm not worried
about Halo on Legendary wasn't even that bad. That shit was easy.
He telling you it wasn't even that bad.
No, I'm not. It's not. I'm not scared or worried about doing Halo Infinite on Legendary. It's not. The problem is, here's the thing: the situation I ran into. Right, I had some things happen that really I couldn't really put my focus or time on that. But that was like I was going to start early, but I never gave a date. Now I got something.
My point is, you got your focus on Twitter. Well, you got your focus on YouTube.
Well, I averaged on YouTube. I averaged literally one video maybe a week.
I just want to know why you can fight PlayStation grunts on YouTube and Twitter, but you can't fight grunts on Halo.
Oh man,
I like that. That was good.
That was good. It's actually a compliment, Smooth.
No, I'm not running. I'm from it. I do intend on playing it. I might start tomorrow.
I mean, you want to start tomorrow?
Yep, I might start tomorrow.
We gonna hold you.
He said he might. You gotta that might. That was a might there.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna start deducting from the pool for every day you take after tomorrow.
How much you deducting?
We have not discussed that yet, but that's what's gonna happen.
Like $100 to make it a little bit more.
Like 100 a day. Oh man.
I mean, if somebody pays you for a job and you don't do it, what happens?
Nobody actually.
You don't get paid.
Take that money.
All right, just to give you guys a heads up, nobody actually paid. It's not like I paid the money. I got paid and didn't do it. We came to
I'll do it.
Agreement that
I'll do it for 500.
If you're
I'll play through Legendary again.
If you're a carpenter, do you get paid before you start the job, or do you get paid when the job's completed?
It depends on how the contract works.
No, you get paid when the job's completed, Smooth.
But Yeah, I did.
Look,
Yeah,
man,
so I'll get I do intend on like because I still got it's yeah I want to want to get it done
Playing
before February.
Rainbow
So.
Six Traction.
I'm not playing. This is old game. Well, I did reason why well, so this did delay because I was a part of the review program for this game, and I might be a part for Dying Light too. So if that happens, then y'all just gonna have to pay the money.
Wait, you
If you get that, if you get extra cover Dying Light,
yeah. Swing that to me, bro.
Swing that shit to me.
Swing that to me.
How ridiculous is this? I mean, I wish someone would pay me $500 to beat Legendary again.
No, like I have full intentions on getting through that game.
You can do it.
I'm not worried. I think this is the easiest challenge. No, let me not say that.
It would definitely be easier than Returnal for sure.
No, but because
you don't got to read
in Halo. I tried
a
the Halo game on Legendary, and I was not.
Well,
really
that's
fine.
all I came in here to say.
Dude.
That's all I came in here to say. Y'all enjoy your night. I just wanted to know what was going on. You know,
Have a good night, dude.
When I invest my money into things, I expect to be entertained.
Shout out to Black Bond. Please check out his channel. He just rejuvenated it. So he's promised to do videos, 3 times a week?
3 times a week starting in February.
Starting in February. And if he doesn't keep up, he will be doing a drawing.
Yeah, I get one warning, and after that, a free game donation.
Free game donation. So put your notifications on.
Unless I'm taking a vacation, that's what it's got to be.
Gotcha. But
yes, Smooth. Stop fighting these PlayStation grunts online, and start fighting these Xbox grunts in Halo.
Actually, I gotta hit Addict up to give me the thumbnail to start for the thumb because I actually have no thumbnails prepared.
I mean, come on.
So, Addict, if you're watching, please.
Spending all this time fighting these weirdos on the internet. They're probably like bald and short.
What is that?
Yes, any one of us could end this podcast could be bald and short.
Could be.
Except for me, I'm not bald. But
I ain't bald either.
I'm not bald at the moment, but
I think I got the longest hair out of all of us.
You do, right?
Yeah, probably so.
All right, so let's. Other things we're going to follow up. So some more information came out about Activision and its intent for the next 3 years on Call of Duty. You guys read about that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
All right. Coke Boy, send us home. What's going on about this? What's going on with what are they doing with this PlayStation releases and Warzone 2? What's up?
So apparently, the current Sony deal includes the next 3 Call of Duty games. So the next one is going to be the Modern Warfare sequel from 2019. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have Warzone 2, and then whatever Treyarch is going to do with their game. So they're going to continue for the next 2 to 3 years to put games on there. And then once that deal is finished, obviously, I expect Xbox to make Call of Duty an exclusive to the platform. So it's very simple. Like, they're going to honor those existing agreements, and then boom. After that, it's all downhill from Sony and uphill for Xbox.
But we spoke I posted about this on Twitter. It's just we already know Phil's structure. He's not gonna buy out these deals. Whatever deals was already in place, just with Deathloop, Ghost Tokyo, and all of that bullshit. It's just he's gonna honor them. There's no point.
My bad. I just want to give him a shot.
Oh yeah,
Fame
shit was good. Fame, Sonic Echo was good. We already knew that this is how he operates. And there's no point. You already paid $68 billion for the bitch. It's just there's really no point for you to buy out the existing plans that were laid out before you purchase them. Let them ride, let them breathe, and then once they're done, they gonna watch them leave. That's just what it is. Whatever.
It's the same language that they're using from the Bethesda acquisition.
Yeah, the Bethesda deal. That's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. And people looked at me like I was a fucking turtle. It's I just explained to you. He said the same thing. He can't say too much because the ink's not dry. You let that ink dry, he gonna whistle like a hound, dog. He got you. It's just just wait. It's simple. We're good. They gonna get a few, then we gonna take the rest. We rolling out. Let's go. I don't give a shit.
And until then, they're gonna throw all the existing games and any of the games come on the future into Game Pass, building up the value. So,
yeah.
They're gonna win either way.
Yep.
So I saw that you put out a video, Cook. So you're under the impression that even despite Phil Spencer's tweet on his intent, right? You think after this contract is up, this is it move forward as an Xbox exclusive?
Yeah.
Here's exactly what he said. He said, "We are going to continue to honor the existing contracts. That's it. Anything beyond that, we know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make Call of Duty exclusive. You do not spend. It's not even just Call of Duty. It's other IPs as well that they have from Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
You don't spend that amount of money to still drop games on their platform.
Exactly.
The biggest IP that you now own is Call of Duty. We all know whoever has the marketing deal for Call of Duty is gonna move units. Period. That's just how it is. So if you have the game exclusive to Xbox and not on PlayStation, people will buy an Xbox just to buy Call of Duty.
Like that's certified bread though. That's guaranteed bread.
They would do that.
It's guaranteed. Yeah.
And not only just that, but also with Game Pass as well. Think about the amount of people that will subscribe to Game Pass just for Call of Duty. Oh, I don't have to spend $70 on this game on PC or Xbox. It's a wrap. The subscription numbers are going to go through the roof. So PlayStation has no answer right now. You know, they can come up with something in the next couple of years to say, all right, you know, this is a different game we could try to push out, but this is also their fault as well for not having a multiplayer exclusive that generates revenue beyond the sales of the initial sales of the game.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about the long-term sustainability of AAA development. It's like, okay, you can keep coming out with these single-player games, but not every single one of them is going to be a hit.
Yeah.
You know, look at Days Gone. Like Days Gone, yeah, it sold well over time, but initially it didn't, and it reviewed bad. Right? So you have stuff like that where you have Microsoft there saying, hey, we're trying to build up our single player library, but we also have these different titles that generate revenue, whether it's Halo, Gears, Forza. Like these games generate revenue beyond the initial sale or people getting it off of Game Pass. And now you have Call of Duty, which is another game like that. Overwatch did that for many years. Like it's a completely different monetization model that Xbox has versus Sony. And Sony is going to have to figure out a way to fill that void now that they're losing that deal. And they can't buy EA. EA has a very close relationship with Xbox. Xbox has the marketing deal for Battlefield. So you think about it. You have the Battlefield marketing deal. You're going to have Call of Duty eventually. Like that's two of the biggest shooters. And you have Halo. You have three of the biggest shooters with marketing deals on your platform. That's insane.
What they can do is I know they can get closer with Fortnite, but because they're very close with Epic.
Oh, very close to Epic. But they're not gonna do. Oh, we're gonna have Fortnite just. Well, Epic would never say Fortnite's just on PlayStation. Yeah, they would never do that.
Like you can't you can't think about this from like a gamer standpoint. I see like a lot of people like they'll say like just buy out the deals. Like that's like years of like discussing with PlayStation over these deals with COD. Like you gotta let them rock. Just let them rock. Like you're gonna break the bank just to buy them out. Like just let them rock. Like they're gonna make that shit back. Like you're gonna get your cut of that. I assume. Like you're gonna get your cut of this shit. Like all that monetization, all that shit from Sony. All those Sony players will be coming in. Like, but then after they're gone, like it's not like it's just like abruptly pulling it away. Like you're giving them some time to adjust. You're giving people time to.
If they're doing a Warzone 2, they have like an active, ongoing game there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. So. They do. It's just like you got to think like a business. Just let them rock. Like I mean, like it's not that hard. Like I mean, should you let them rock? Like people know that Phil is a good dude. When Sony came out with the statement, they were like, "Yeah, we hope you uphold the year." Like they didn't even have to say that. Like you know that Phil, like he gonna handle it. Like he didn't do that shit with the ghost wire and the other junk. Like he's not gonna switch it up for this. Like you should know this. Like. So you'll be fine.
So I mean, with that being said, obviously this deal is
they wouldn't kill. Hold up, Smooth. Like just say if this was to kill Sony, that they would buy it out. No, because Phil Spencer has said like he has a statement saying that like he would prefer like the big three to be the ones that kind of like usher in gaming. He's
sort of he's agreeing. He's saying he's saying if they wanted to kill Sony, they would just buy out the contracts and call it like, you know what I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the Microsoft
like,
a lot of us want. Like I wanted them to do that with
I wouldn't want
Deathloop. Hey. We don't play.
No,
reason why I wanted them to do it because I was like, all right, PlayStation probably can't. Like, no, I just feel like PlayStation would be more aggressive in their approach when they're acquiring studios. You know what I mean?
They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They do not care.
They say my audio's too low. What do I have to do? Like, I gotta freaking like?
You're using OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like,
and increase your microphone audio through OBS itself.
I'm looking at the mic gain and it's like it's at the I can't go no more.
Not the gain, just the overall volume, like the slider.
The slider, yeah, it's at the peak. Is that the peak?
Oh, I don't know then. I really don't know.
All right, let me
I don't know.
Everyone who's listening to the podcast, turn your headphones up. I don't know where you at. You in public, you in the library, something. Turn your headphones up.
Cause y'all hear me just fine, right?
I hear you.
Discord's different from the actual like stream itself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm watching the monitor, but I'm not touching the red. It's like I'll get to the yellow every now and then. But like when you guys talk, it touches the red.
And you're using the correct microphone for your input, right?
Yeah, it's using my microphone. It's not using my webcam. So I wish I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Elusive said you louder than earlier though. So I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, like I just I know it's messed up of me to think, but I just think they like. I feel like they like some of these things like Bethesda. I feel like they should have done it with that for the simple fact that they had damn near not even to take the games off, but to cancel the exclusivity. Like I feel like Deathloop should have came out last year for Xbox, and I feel like Ghostwire Tokyo should come out this year for Xbox as well as PlayStation. So I wouldn't say, oh, take it off PlayStation completely. I would have just been like, all right, well, we're gonna have to cancel the exclusivity. We want this.
Yeah, about the exclusivity.
Well, even if they wanted to, they can't because the deal still hasn't cleared. So they can't even make that decision.
Yeah, for Call of Duty, they can't make that for Call of Duty. They can't do that for Call of Duty. But like for example, they like when Bethesda closed, they could have done that. And like for example, like they did similar stuff. Like for example, Outer Worlds, when Outer Worlds came out, right? When it was announced, who published the game?
Put it came out everywhere, but they put it in Game Pass.
Yeah, Private Division. But I don't recall Private Division having the deal to agreeing to a deal to put it in Game Pass. You know what I mean? That I don't. Who says like? But they alter whatever publishing deal there to put it in Game Pass.
I mean, yeah, which is what's going to happen with Call of Duty, and eventually the exclusivity is going to come there. Yeah. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Like they said, they're going to honor the existing contract. Yeah. After that, like the dude in the chat said, it's demon time. It's a wrap.
Yeah. The only reason why go ahead.
A big move that Xbox could do, leading up to these like next 3 releases. Mm-hmm. is work with Activision, even though the sale's not through yet and they're not acquired fully. Put those next 3 games on Game Pass.
I think that's what would happen.
I think that's going to be huge if they do that and they say, listen, you know, these next 3 games are going to be multi-platform, but guess what? Xbox users are going to get it without having to pay $70 right off the bat. Starting in 2022. I guarantee in November we're going to see something like that, and I think that is going to be huge because you're going to have a lot of people on the PlayStation side saying, look, here's another game, you know, that I got to pay $70 for, where on this side, they're just subscribe to Game Pass and get it in that service.
Nah, they're going to support the devs. That's going to be their excuse. They're not going to get Xbox. Yeah. They're going to support the devs, you know.
That's why I want this deal to hurry up and close so all those games can start hurry up and coming into Game Pass. Like, I remember, like, so question, did the Bethesda games come into Game Pass when it closed or before it closed? Because I feel like
when it was official.
When it was
in March of last year.
March. Also, that's when all those Bethesda games came into Game Pass.
Yeah.
When it was,
everything.
When it was official. Okay.
And they did some FPS
boosted
game too.
FPS boosted. So yeah, all right, because they had that stream. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because the thing is, I think the deal, and I know people, it's an unpopular opinion, but I do think the deal closes this calendar year because their fiscal year starts in July, I believe. June, yes, July, and it ends in June of next year. I think the deal closes this year, and I'm hoping it closes this year. I don't care if it's like September, October, whatever. So that it closes in time for like the next game. But I know people are like, because they're saying it could take up to like 18 months, but that's like saying, okay, the last day of the fiscal year next year, which would put them at like June 30th, 2023. That's like the latest possible. But I think they get this deal done this calendar year, the first half of the fiscal year of 2023.
We'll see. There's gonna be a lot involved with it, especially with
the one thing that
if it goes to court.
I was just gonna say the one thing I'd be like that I would like from this is somehow Xbox can revive those like re-releases that they did for it was like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 and the Transformer games when they brought those. Like bring them babies back because I missed out on them and I really want them.
Yeah, man. Even if they could even bring the one that they put on the Nintendo Switch over, just to like throw us a bone. But yeah, like I know I see Salty says mid to late 2023. Well, it can't be mid to late 2023 because then that would be beyond their fiscal year. Mid what else do I see? Hold on, I'm just looking through the chats, see who else is here. So we got Jez, we got Salty, we got Alex PSX. But yeah, I also agree with you, Ole Man Logan. Like, for example, obviously if it's taking longer for this deal to close, I would like work, because since they're working independently, you work out those deals now. But then again, you ask yourself, because you know how PlayStation has these shady marketing deals, like if they go to Xbox, they can't be in Game Pass. Like, how does that like work? I think that's the.
But do they have that deal, or is it just they have the marketing rights to push it? And isn't those marketing rights up though, or
they're about to be up pretty soon? That's the thing.
Yeah, like I don't think like the big push. Like I think you're gonna slowly start to see, because like any of like the COD like championships and stuff. Like everything was run on PlayStations. Everything was sponsored by PlayStation. You're going to see that shift in a competitive field from PlayStation to Xbox once more of this. Once all these deals start going out, and that's going to be big right there too. Is going to be having Xbox as like the forefront to Call of Duty in these competitions, and so I think if that marketing deal is coming up. You're gonna see that big marketing pushes not to PlayStation. You're not gonna see those ads for get this on PlayStation. You're gonna see best on Xbox, available in Xbox Game Pass on day one, and then you're just gonna see like Xbox basically everywhere coming up.
Like y'all really think that they're not gonna make one of the biggest games to the casual market at that, one of the largest games that drives casual dollars, they're not gonna make exclusive? You're out of your mind. Like this is fear talk.
I don't think that's out of the realm. I don't think that's out of the realm. It's just we know for sure. We know for sure that the next 3 titles, however long that takes, is going to be multi-platform.
Yeah, of course. Like
that,
that's the deal. Like
I'd be interested. Are when they say the next 3 Call of Duty games, are they assuming that we're going to be doing the next 3 years in a row of Call of Duty, or is that if once Microsoft takes over and everything, they say, hey, let's give a break, let's move around these teams?
Well, those games are already lined up.
Yeah, those are already lined up. Yeah.
Yeah, but if like I'm just saying, if somebody is like, "Hey, we need more time," and then they split out like a year or so,
no, they're gonna crunch like they've always have.
Okay. I just didn't know. I just didn't know with how early like this is going. Like if they're looking at the next 3 years, I mean, you got to look at one of them. Development studios is not going to start on their next one.
So Infinity Ward is already a good ways through their game because they have to have a game come out towards the end of this year. Treyarch's probably in like mid production of their title right now as well, because remember Cold War came out in 2020.
Yep.
So like that's more than enough time for them to have their game ready for 2023. Like they're gonna be good in terms of releases.
Doing what Warzone 2, but they're
gonna help out Raven, Beanox. Well, the QA team's on strike.
Yeah, this is completely different.
Raven still has a bunch of devs there.
Okay.
What do you mean keep it popular for mobile? Like they already have like a mobile game and they got King. Like they could just merge those things to be honest and they'd be fine. Like Microsoft already is like really pushing for that for the cloud shit and now they're also pushing for mobile as well. So for them to get King and then to also get Call of Duty, like that's a win-win, bro. Like that's like bread on top of bread on top of bread. Like they're not gonna give that up. Like I'm sorry. Like they're just not. Like they're gonna honor the deals like he always does. And if they acquire somebody else, just like they did with the Outer Worlds and like all of that shit, or like if they acquire somebody smaller, and let's say that that small company has a deal like a partnership already laid out, they're not like it seems that Microsoft just wants these deals just to go through, and then once they're done, they're just like, all right, yeah, you're mine now. Like that's it. Like it's just like I swear that's just how the DNA is showing it. Like every time they make an acquisition, like they honor whatever previous deal there was, because like they don't want it to get muddy. Yeah, Microsoft has like a bunch of lawyers, of course, so they've already like written this through. They've already planned this out. So it's just like it just makes sense just to let it ride out, like until it's done. Then you could make all the big moves and changes to the environment, to the culture that Phil wants to do. So it's just like let them ride. Like,
all right, so just to move it along from one major publisher to another. So EA had their financial calls and whatnot, and they confirmed a couple things. And the biggest thing is that they pretty much said, you know, we're going to leave all our Star Wars licensing work to Respawn.
Hell yeah.
What are your thoughts on this, old man?
Oh, my thoughts is definitely Respawn. I don't think with what they did proven with the Star Wars, you know, Jedi Fallen Order, that they're the studio to be able to like make, at least from EA, like high quality Star Wars games that are not only received well but sell well. You know, you had the whole entire like, you know, DICE right now. I don't know what the hell's going. Like DICE used to be like the big forefront studio at EA. You know, the studio that you could look at and depend on to put a good quality game, and they're not that studio anymore.
Nope, not anymore.
You look at you look at Battlefield 2042 and how bad of its launch and all the flack that it's getting. And there's rumors that it might be going to free to play to survive, and you just look at like DICE and you're just like, what the fuck happened to you guys? Like you guys used to be a solid studio that I had my faith in like all the time. Like the first Mirror's Edge, Bad Companies, Battlefield 3, 4, like so on and so forth. And they just had too many issues with, you know, Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, you know, being like basically like cash grabs, like with microtransactions, pay to win mechanics. You know, they got a lot of flack for especially Battlefront 2. And then you got this Respawn, which when they, you know, announced that, you know, Respawn coming out with, you know, a Star Wars game. You know, I remember when they first announced it, they made it so nonchalant. You know, they had Vince Zampella in the audience. He's like, yeah, we're making a new Star Wars game. It's called Jedi Fallen Order. And like, that was it. And everybody was like, yeah, like excited because it was interesting to see Respawn from making first person shooters and battle royales to see, you know, get their more creative side. And especially with Titanfall 2 having one of the best single players and multiplayers out there, to see what they could do with just a focused story. And Jedi Fallen Order was amazing. It was phenomenal. So for them to do like a sequel and like another first person shooter, dude, like they already know what they're doing with Jedi Fallen Order, so a sequel is going to be great. They nail first person shooters because you look at their track record with Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends. And the only one that I'm like a little like that I'm not interested in is that strategy one that they talked about. Just
yeah,
I'm not into strategy games, but I'm sure there's a market out there for it. Pretty sure there's a market for it out there, and I do have faith that at least for that market and those people, they'll find and enjoy it.
It'll be decent.
I'm just pumped that like a studio that deserves to have it is getting the resources and the money to fund those projects and make them great.
I think Respawn this is the only studio at EA that kind of have like that creative freedom.
It's mainly because of the leadership.
They prove time and time again that they can put out You just give us the money, you leave us the fuck alone, and we'll make a great game.
You have to remember, Respawn came from the original Call of Duty devs.
Yeah.
Vince Zampella and Jason West. Like, these guys have so much autonomy within EA because of the track record that they had.
And
EA understands that they can make multi-million / billion-dollar IPs and manage them really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to them. Like, they've been. I was still hurt that EA picked them up, but it's proved to be EA's best acquisition. I know they also got like Code Masters and whatnot, but Respawn, they've been doing their thing. Jedi Fallen Order is like one of the better games out of EA that I played. I enjoyed that game thoroughly.
I still have to play that one. I gotta download that.
I feel like that should have been. It came out too late, so it didn't qualify for Game of the Year of 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Yep.
Yeah. So
it came out like 5 days late, so it was like the end, like mid-November.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But I enjoyed that game. Like, you know what I mean? And I contemplate. I know it has like a Series X and PS5 and the update. Playing it again. This time at like a clean 60. But that was a really, really good game. So I'm looking forward to a follow up. I did like Battlefront, but I know they're making a shooter, but I don't think it's Battlefront. So we'll see what they're doing with that. And just like I'm in agreement with y'all, I'm not really trying to check out the strategy game. That's something I have to teach myself how to play.
Like it's because the way that Respawn moves, I know like it's like Coke said, like the goodwill and everything, and like Old Man said, just like pointing out all the good games that they put out. But also like I think it was last year or like the year before last where they moved Vince's like position up, like they put him in a more prominent spot. So it's just like they have like the leverage and like the leg room to do what they need to do. Like y'all say, like they've proven themselves time and time again. So shit is just like they're trusting them for real. And they really just trusting the like Respawn just to bring the bag home. That's what they're doing. They just like, hey yo, just go ahead, do what you do and bring us the money. So it's just like, they're in good hands for real. Like, Vince Zampella is a really like good person for leadership though. Like he's doing a hell of a job, yo.
Oman's correct in his assessment about DICE. DICE does not have the same leadership that they used to have. A lot of those guys that used to work at DICE that was spearheading Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 have left the company and started up their own studios. That's the thing a lot of people need to realize is that a lot of these devs who had control over these successful franchises have long gone. They left. They're doing their own things. They're forging their own studio. So that's kind of the trouble with some of these AAA developers is that a lot of the people who actually made these franchises functional and stable, they're not there anymore. So now you have a whole new team of people trying to continue the legacy of that franchise, and it doesn't work out. And we see that with 2042. And I don't think that game should go free to play. I don't care how hard the game flopped or what they're thinking over there. Making that game free to play is a slap in the face of people who put $60, $70 into that game. True. And now for you to say, hey, we're just going to make it free for everyone doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's not like they're coming out with a brand new game or like Call of Duty did with Warzone and made that free. No, you're making an entire game that people already paid for free to play. That makes no sense. PUBG just recently did that. And I'm like, oh shit, I remember buying this game during beta.
Yep. $30,
right? pumping this money into this game, spending it, supporting the devs, and now it's free to play. Like, what the fuck is that? That's just you slapping the face and you get nothing. You get no compensation, no in-game microtransactions
you get like a founder there. Like, you get a little badge. Thanks for being the one to give us $70.
Get the fuck out of here with that idiot. Shit, man. Like, no.
Yeah, so I see. I'm with you, Jay. I do not want this game to go free to play, not just yet. You know what I want them to do? Throw that bitch in Game Pass.
Throw it in Game Pass at the very least.
Throw it in Game Pass.
Throw it PlayStation Plus for a month.
It'll go to Game Pass sometime this year, obviously.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it earlier than usual, though. Like,
yeah, I knew you was gonna say that, Smooth. They should do it for both consoles, though. They should do it for PS Now and Game Pass.
Yeah, just throw it into both. That's it.
Yeah. Like, cause they under pressure, like y'all said, like they getting fucking shat on, and they think like, sorry, Nick, like they think kind of like the lesser of the evil is to like to make it free to play. Don't do that because you're gonna be shafting, like he said, like you're gonna be shafting. 70 for this game. I knew I wasn't. So it was just like, once I started seeing that it was fun, I was like, I told y'all I wasn't playing that shit. So
it's crazy.
It was like,
I was capping for the game hard before release because of how they were marketing it, and there was nothing like what they were marketing it and hyping it up to be, and it wasn't what we expected whatsoever. You know, people in the chat, you know, people who played the game can attest to it, where, you know, there's some aspects of the game that's fun, but it's definitely missing a lot. You know, you look at something like the way Battlefield 3 launched, Battlefield 4, from a content standpoint, there was so much there to do. And then you look at the core experience, and I just hate when people like Portal this, Portal that. No, Portal isn't the flagship game mode that they want you to play. They want you to play all-out warfare. Yeah. And there isn't a lot of weapons. There isn't a lot of map variety. There isn't much innovation from the standpoint of levolution, weather effects. Like, they were hyping that up, like tornado. You don't see it.
I'm sorry. Like, my thing that I have the biggest gripe about Battlefield 2042 is they made these maps huge, but bare
bones.
Bare
bones.
Tell me, like, you go back and look at Battlefield 3, dude. I never felt like those maps were too small, nor too big, and there was shit going on constantly, and it was those Battlefield moments. You go to 2042, and it's like, all right, I run for 10 minutes because my spawn spot's all the way over here, and the objective's all the way over here, and I can't get a fucking vehicle because there's too many people in this goddamn mode. I can't spawn into a vehicle.
Yeah, and they don't put checkpoints for you to get vehicles.
I think I got 20 hours in that game, and I guarantee at least 8 hours of those games is me running from one fucking point to the other.
Fuck that. Damn. Like,
that shit.
Truth. I got an uncomfortable truth to say, bro. And ain't nobody gonna like it. Okay. But Battlefield 5 is better than Battlefield 2042.
It is.
Oh, I agree. What the fuck you mean?
I agree with that. I agree with
that. That is 1000%. Battlefield 2042 is like, look, we're gonna make they're like, bigger is better. No.
You know what's crazy? Battlefield 5 on the what was it? The 1X version of the game compared to 2042. I think the 1X version of Battlefield 5 looks better in some cases.
Stop. I don't know. I'm not going that far.
No, but the foliage in 2042 is great. But I'm talking about in terms of like visual fidelity. Like, Battlefield 5 isn't a bad looking game at all.
Nah, it's good looking, but you gotta keep in account everything that's going on. It is a lot going on, and you can tell, like Ole Man said, like, it's so much vehicle like attrition going on. Like, it's a lot, bro. Like, you can't even get to the one point and another because you keep getting took out by these helicopters.
It takes away from infantry. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about this game, where infantry players have so much potential inside this game, but it's ruined by map design.
Yep.
Map design ruins it so much because the movements, like, I love the tack spray inside the game. And I like when they did the adjustments to the blooming. It got better. It's not perfect, but the blooming is a bit better than what it used to be. And I'll fry on the game, but I can't pump in hours into the game because it gets so boring. Like, and then from the lack of content,
you're just running from over and over and over.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get really bored of the game really fast, and I'm like, I can't pump hours like I could. Like, I can sit on Vanguard and play that game. You know, as much as I shot on Vanguard, like, I can actually sit down and play the game for a while. I can't say the same thing about Battlefield 2042. You know, it's just a really bad game. I thought Hardline was like the low point of the franchise. No, this game. Let
me tell you. I actually like the Hardline.
I had fun on Hardline.
Let me let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know, right? I'm gonna just say this real quick, right? We got Smooth to play the co-op in Battlefield 5. We couldn't get him on the multiplayer on the new one.
Yeah, because I wasn't hyped for Battlefield 2042, and actually I agree with Jay. I do think I don't think Battlefield 2042 looked that great, especially to be on like next gen consoles. It didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So I was like,
have that pop.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't look all that polished. Like,
I think Battlefield 3 looks better than Battlefield 2042.
Yeah, even Digital Foundry, they did a video and analyzed it. Like, Digital Foundry, NX Gamer, they're sitting here like, certain aspects of the game look great, but the overall fidelity isn't like a huge jump from previous games. Like other games, you can put it next to Battlefield 2042 and be like, "Yo, I would take Battlefield 5." From its art direction and visuals.
It's all about the design of the game.
I mean, it just looks like, to me, it looked like a multiplayer game. You know how it gave me that feel. You know how when multiplayers games get hit for like not looking as good as like single player games and whatnot. This looked like a legit, like it just was like it just didn't look all that impressive. And I'm like, like, you know what I mean? But
Battlefield 5 do look great. It looked better than most single player games. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep, that game looks amazing.
The other thing I want to so we could wrap up, a shout out to Respawn and congrats to them for being able to carry EA with their Star Wars IP. So Xbox, their numbers also came out today. They were talking about growth and the Xbox business. Microsoft Gaming is doing very, very well. Xbox is doing very, very well. Hardware is up. Software and subscription is up. We got two major updates that people were begging for. We got confirmation that Forza Horizon 5 is surpassed 18 million players, and Halo Infinite has surpassed 20 million players. And I know the topic.
I thought those games were dying though.
Hey,
they're losing players.
Here. Like, we got people that tweet us tweet out the Steam users.
The Steam charts every fucking day.
Like the Steam charts is the indicator.
Their beloved God of War topped out at what, 75K?
Yeah,
at the highest. I wonder what's God of War looking at like on Steam charts right now. Are they posting those up every single day?
We need those numbers.
Oh, but it's a single player game. Are you hyping it up like it's fucking everything?
Yeah. So and the thing is like, because the thing is, people want us to believe that if the Steam numbers aren't as high, then the console numbers are as high. And I'm like, but why would that be the case? Like, the thing is that every time I play Halo, I don't see any, like, there's multiplayer games I play where like, all right, it dropped off, right? Yeah. I have no signs that Halo has dropped off from a player base. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't split the parties up, so I guess it's hard to tell. Maybe it's more. I'm under the impression that there's obviously a lot more people playing the game currently on console than there are on PC.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's
a fact. There's more people playing on the console.
Halo is the home of Halo's home is Xbox.
And then it's available on all, anything past an Xbox One SAT edition. Like, you have Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Series S. Like, the install base is huge on console compared to PC. So to use PC as the leading indicator of the player base makes no sense whatsoever.
For Halo.
Yeah, for Halo. Like that doesn't equate whatsoever. I can even say the same thing for Forza.
Yes, you can say that for Halo and Forza, but when it comes to something like Sea of Thieves or something like that, I understand when people use that as a metric, but to use Halo,
Sea of Thieves launched on PC and Xbox, though. Like,
yeah, but it's more of a like that type of game is like when they use those numbers for that game, I understand because those guys play it like the most. Trust me, I've been on there. You won't last a long time on that game. But yeah, the Halo numbers, man, Halo is home of the consoles, bro. Like, it always been like that. Like, it ain't gonna change. Like, so to use Steam is just crazy.
Yeah, to base that off, like, this is like, where the core is at. Like, Steam is just like an extension. Like, you don't focus on the extension solely. Like, even if there are like big numbers over there, like, you gotta look at where the core is at. Oh wait.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what game can use Steam a little bit? Returnal, man. I heard that shit so rough on PS5, man. So throw that game on PC, man. It might help out a bit.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, bring them. Shit, put Spider-Man on PC too. Goddamn it, I want to see it. Let's go. I don't even got a goddamn PC. Is this funny?
Yeah, but I am happy for like games like Halo and Forza, like Forza finally getting its due. Halo doing great. I know like there's issues. I don't play Big Team Battle, so I don't know if they fix it.
They did not fix
They
it.
did not fix
Big
it.
Team Battle is still broken.
Nope.
That's a
It's
shame.
broke. It's broke, bro.
I don't get it. Like what? Like every time, like when we were playing Big Team Battle, and I would always play it with people, and I didn't want to play because I would opt to go to rank or
Yeah,
slay, or
4v4.
yeah, like that's what I prefer to do. But the thing is, like when I never understood why they said people say it's been broken since launch, and I'm like, well, since launch we would mostly play Big Team Battle. So that's why I'm kind of
No, but remember the day we tried to play Big Team Battles, like me, you, Salty, and all them,
yeah,
and it was fucking up. Like that's what they mean.
that's
Like
the first
it's an
time
80% failure rate in terms of matchmaking with Big Team Battle. Like you just
That's
can't
crazy.
find games.
I tried to play recently and I couldn't get in by myself. And
Same.
trying to join lobbies. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what's
it's-
up with
it's
that.
That's the thing is though, when that happened though, that's the first time I've ever experienced that in Big Team Battle. Well, mostly because I don't like Big Team Battle, but that's the first time I've experienced that. So I didn't know that was an actual thing. But
Yeah, it's a widespread issue.
Yeah, they might want to get on top of that. And then you guys want
Yeah,
them
they need
to
to fix
do
that.
Battle Royale. If they can't get Big Team Battle, I don't think Battle Royale is gonna work. But
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work if they can't nail that shit. Damn. Nah, fuck that. Like, who said were they saying they were gonna work on a battle royale, or like that's just like fans wanting that?
it's just
Certain groups want it.
yeah.
You know what game mode was actually
Because
fun in
I'm
Halo
pretty sure
5?
they came out and even said that like the only BR that's going to be in Halo
Yeah,
is
is
the
the
battle
battle
rifle.
rifle.
Like they
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't want to see Halo go BR whatsoever. I would like
No.
to see the return of Warzone. If anybody played Warzone on Halo 5, that was a really good game mode. Mix of like PvE and PvP elements into it.
Oh, shit. No, I do remember that. I do actually.
That game
that
mode
would
was
be lit.
fun.
That would actually be lit.
Shit,
Yeah,
I might
fuck
get back on Halo 5 just to play that.
that.
What's up, Addict?
What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's good at it?
What's up, Addict?
What you guys talking about?
What you think about those the Steam numbers with the Xbox numbers and all that? That's what we on right now.
We were just talking about the Halo having surpassing 20 million players. We know it's not concurrent, but overall in Forza Horizon going past 18 million. So those came out of Xbox's financials. That was today, right? Or yesterday they released their financials. Like all my days are starting to blend in.
Yesterday.
I thought it was today. Was it yesterday? Shit.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, last night.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was because I got the news late.
I guess it's just I don't really care about numbers and stuff like that. I mean, it's being successful. That's cool, but it's like I don't really care how many people's logged in at one point in time. Like I care more about like how many people are playing like right now.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Halo doesn't have a live counter, and unless you go to is True Achievements concurrent or is it like just because I know True Achievements have a counter for everybody that plays Halo is logged into Xbox Live or something like that. So.
Yeah, they only have True Achievements is just who's played the game, not concurrent.
Gotcha.
Like not who's on it right now.
Gotcha.
And that's only users registered on the site.
on True Achievement. You alright, Addict? Because I mean,
I still have a little bit of a cough.
No, yeah, like he is, yeah.
Because if I look like just on True Achievements, which obviously we know with the numbers that Xbox put out with the 20 million on Halo Infinite, True Achievements only has 350,000 of those people accounted for.
That's true. Yeah, I remember that. All right, then that's about right. Because I when I last checked, it was in that it was around like 345 or something like that on True Achievements, and I was like, well, I don't know what that means. Is that concurrent? But then again, not everybody that has a Xbox account is like I think registered through True Achievements or anything like that.
Yeah, uses
that's just for like it'll break down like how many people have played it and then how many people have completed the game. So like that's like your breakdown, like how many people have it registered on their tag on the account, And then overall, out of that 350 some thousand people, how many of those people have completed the game like fully, like getting all the achievements?
Yeah. So but no, we talked about just to fill Addict in. We talked about pretty much how everybody was, well, certain people are trying to cancel Aaron Greenberg over Crash Bandicoot photo.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
See, they were trying to cancel Dustin Laguri too, bro. Like, so they coming after anybody that say, green is good. So shit.
If I wanted to, I will put my profile as that Crash Bandicoot thing, and I don't give two shits what anyone has to say about it.
Those that photo struck a nerve. People born in the year 2003 mad at something that Sony used to identify with in 1994 and shit like this. It's just crazy. Like,
hey yo, my man said people born in 2003. God damn.
It is. It is interesting that Aaron chose to make that profile picture. Maybe he's hinting that they will be doing something with Crash after the acquisition's done.
But he didn't make that profile pic. Somebody made it for him. He just used it.
And then like everybody else took it really.
He breathed life into it though.
Yeah, as he should.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they were at one point. Sonic was going to be Xbox's mascot. Now they got
like that's crazy.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy how they're moving. That's crazy how they're moving across like eras and like shit like that, or just like companies. Like it's really crazy.
Xbox right now, their gaming is so they're so big, and how many IPs they got. They don't need a singular mascot. When you got Master Chief, you got Minecraft, you got Elder Scrolls, you got
just
Doom.
really that guy.
You're about to have Call of Duty
like a mascot, bro.
You're about. I mean, hey, you're about to have Call of Duty and whatnot. So it's like, I mean, Xbox is nothing to play with. Xbox is nothing to play with.
So who would be the mascot for Call of Duty though? Like, would it be Captain Price? Like, I mean,
Price, baby, everybody knows Captain Price, man.
Hold up, though.
Captain Price and Mason.
Is it the new Price?
The new Price.
Okay, all right, bet, got you.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which Captain Price it is. Captain Price is lit, man. I love the fact that the old Captain Price, the rebooted Captain Price, they did both of them justice. They're both great characters. And you can even throw Mason in there as well from Black Ops. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Those are your mascots.
You actually could do that. Damn, like I actually
you got Doom God, Doom God, Master Chief.
It makes me feel like it does make me feel like though if there isn't a banjo in development right now from someone that's a wrap now. Like
I think they'll do it though. Like you got Toys for Bob, like they down, like they said that they open. So it's just like
but we have to, in order for that reality to happen, we gotta make assumptions that Microsoft's going to not try to feed the Call of Duty engine anymore.
Yeah, well,
but they said that though. Like he said, like wasn't there like an article or something where he said
they're gonna non-annualize it? So I think
we'll have to see.
Everybody thought I was crazy, but I think they're gonna do it.
Would it need to be annualized? Because you got to think about
it.
Xbox
really
now has enough to literally put out a major shooter every year, without like, you know what I mean? They literally could they have it to the point where you can have 1 year
like
Call
they could
of
hold
Duty,
them all.
1 year Gears, 1 year freaking Halo, the 1 year next Call of
Doom.
Duty. Like, you could
1 year Doom. Like
it's crazy. They literally can launch a major shooter, a major RPG, a major
Don't forget Wolfenstein too. Like they working on that Wolfenstein jump too for the third one. So
they can literally launch a major. They're at a point where, you know what I mean, they can launch a major IP every quarter.
Yeah, I think they can definitely do that. We'll have to see exactly what happens when they actually buy the company. Mm-hmm. I do feel like if Microsoft does keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, it would actually hit them a little bit harder if they if they don't make Call of Duty annual. So if they do go through with that, then you know they build up hype for it, and then not to mention, let's say they decide there is a deal with Call of Duty that they keep it for a certain amount of years, and they start making a biannual, then they would actually hit that number down faster because they're not, because like to me they don't need like their portfolio. Microsoft doesn't need Call of Duty more than Sony does. So to me, they could easily make that, you know, every other year. It just depends on, are they going to? Because it's one thing saying that they want to, and it's another thing to say goodbye to millions upon millions a year.
That's the thing. Yeah, it generates so much money in a
year. I mean, but it guarantees, like, I mean, okay, in the long term, like, yeah, if they take it off, like they'll lose that, of course. But in the long term, and like the beneficial like aspect of it is this, that all of that shit is now focused on you. Like you're not splitting it, like you're not whatever, like it's focused on you. Like you could put that in your pocket. So like if they have like these things and they release them in those intervals, it's just like a lot of that shit will come right back to them. Like they're gonna be making their money back in some more shit. Like they not, I don't really think they're gonna be worried about that. Like how everybody said like that all these fucking Bethesda titles had to, like they had to put Starfield on PlayStation to renew their money. They was like, we ain't gotta do shit. And it's just it's the same way. Like they're gonna carry that same, just like, look, like we ain't gotta do anything. But I mean shit, if we hold on to it, like we gonna get all that cash back. Like,
well, if you look at it from like a marketing standpoint, like they gain more to tell the consumer base that we're making Call of Duty every other year, but you still got Halo you could play over here, you got Gears you could play over there. And then the PlayStation fan base look at each other like, oh shit, what are we gonna play next year? Like,
they got Splitgate, bro. Like that's it. Like they got Splitgate.
Splitgate.
Splitgate. Oh man,
it's gonna be 2025. They still asking for factions too.
Shout out to they got Fortnite.
Oh,
I mean that's a huge.
They're still hyping up Killzone 2, you know, because this online multiplayer is still going very well.
It is?
No, I think it's sarcasm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe
it was heavy sarcasm. I'm sorry.
Maybe those studios that are making multiplayer games for PlayStation, maybe after this Call of Duty thing happened, they're like, all right, let's actually fund these studios now. Let's not give them a little bit of money.
Yeah, it might inspire them to make SOCOM. You know what I mean? I mean, if they wait, they getting wind of this deal now. You think they can kick up a SOCOM in 2 years for 2024?
All right, who knows, man? You let some of these guys tell you. What's that one studio that they got?
Fire Sprite.
Yeah. You got dudes like Woolies, like, oh, they acquired them because they seen something so special over there. So you know they gonna be having like, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not gonna
let making Twisted Metal now.
I don't know.
We don't know what the hell these dudes are doing over there, man.
Yeah, I know Twisted Metal ain't gonna do shit, right? We all know that.
All I know is people that say PlayStation doesn't have to answer anything, and they don't have to respond to this Activision thing. They're not paying attention. They needed to respond to the Bethesda thing, and they did kinda. Now that this Activision thing is, I mean, they did buy studios. You know, maybe they want. You know, one of them was making VR games, if I remember correctly. One of them
that makes trash games, though, with the exception of like.
And then one of them makes PC games, and then one of them made PC games. But here's the thing that the studios. The thing that is hurting them the most isn't going to be the games. They're going to make good games. It's going to be how long does PlayStation have to wait between games versus how long Xbox gamers have to wait between games. And sure, when you have bangers such as like God of War Ragnarok getting a 90+, and I'm just clearly throwing numbers out there. I don't know what it's going to score. Or, you know, Horizon getting a 90+, like once again, throwing out numbers out there. In 2 years, when you have the next God of War or the next Horizon game come out, You have one of those come out, then you have like a Doom hit them and an Avowed hit them. The Outer Worlds 2, and you could potentially see quality games like this come out within 6 months, like 4 or 5 of them. And because that's where we're getting right now. It's not necessarily if Microsoft's going to have good games. It's, are they going to have to delay games to make sure games don't crowd other games? Like right now,
I don't think. No, go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead, bro.
It's just like, look, like, you could have great games, but you have some really good games. 3 or 4 of them are going to outshadow one really good game because people care more about what you're playing, not necessarily how good of a game you're playing. If you're literally only playing a PlayStation a couple times a year for a couple exclusives, but you're literally on Xbox the rest of the time playing everything else, who's really the winner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I think
in my recap, I had like 130 some hours on my PlayStation last year. In my PlayStation.
When we were talking about like just like how many games they got, I mean, this was around like at the rate they would release them. By the time that they would release them, it's just like when they purchased Bethesda, it's kind of like now they have like Activision and Blizzard here, like. I feel like this was their plan all along, so they don't feel that pressure. Like they have these games, and like let's say that like 2-3 of these drinks are done, they're completely done. It's like they don't even have to put all 3 of them out at the same time. They could space them out strategically and be like, all right, we need this title here. All right, we need this here. Like so many dudes, like they just want so many games just thrown in there. You ain't even going to be able to play these drinks, especially shit if they're like 100+ hour RPGs and shit like that. It's just like they're going to strategically place these games in between spots where they have, let's say, deals with smaller titles that are going to hit Game Pass. And that's just going to drive up the subscription there as well with casuals and hardcore people.
Yep. Hey, Kitsman.
My bad. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
These people in this chat are do me a favor and bring up the PlayStation shoes and the Xbox Studios. Like, I don't understand how you can't realistically look at both of these outputs and think PlayStation's not in trouble unless they answer in some way, shape, or form.
Microsoft can literally drop a AAA game every quarter with the amount of studios that they have.
And not to mention,
like, it's crazy.
Like, it's just like, look, like you could have your thought process and you could think Xbox and PlayStation is on this giant pedestal. That's cool. But at the end of the day, people come on and they speak quality, and they act like Bethesda doesn't make quality games. Bethesda made quality games. It's just
they just released 76, and everyone.
Here's the thing: people got to understand that PlayStation relies on third party to help bolster their exclusive releases, and Xbox just bought 2 publishers, so those are no longer an option. So Xbox is going to be able to do that from a first party standpoint. If you take Square Enix out of PlayStation's arsenal, it's literally 2 games a year.
And what's funny is
crazy when you think about that.
These people in the comment section, you might as well be saying Xbox doesn't have games that I want that's quality a year. Because unless it's that third person, over the shoulder, action adventure, Sony template game, a lot of you people in the chat act like it doesn't exist. You act like Wasteland 3 wasn't like an 86, 87 on Metacritic. You act like Forza Horizon wasn't a 90 plus on Metacritic. You act like Halo wasn't an 85 plus on Metacritic. Like, just because it's not the same damn games that you guys like on PlayStation doesn't mean that the variety doesn't like it. See, the difference is that Sony had over Microsoft is they had this thing called the Call of Duty marketing, which has been stripped away from them most likely.
Yo, my man is on his deathbed and he's schooling y'all. Like, this is crazy. Like, stop playing with this man. Stop playing with him.
Shout out to
like he gonna Walter White you, nigga. Like, no, all right, good.
Shout out to him solo. Good to see you, brother. You know what? I gotta hit him up. But
you gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, like him. So he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like what he does, and he's good for conversation.
The Xbox University was in there too, bro. Shout out Xbox University.
I mean, if you think about it, let's say they do take Call of Duty off the platform, which is it's a serious thing that could happen. You know, I don't know how much of a possibility it could, but there is a possibility. People acting like that's not going to hurt Sony. Like logistic wise, and even not like, let's just talk about money wise. They said it made them what, $350 million a year. That's like the funding for 2 Spider-Man games that they're just losing every year.
And not Insomniac for $279 million, like.
And not to mention, if you look at it from a standpoint on casual consumer base, people don't realize how strong that Call of Duty brand is. There is a reason that every time that marketing deal changes hands, that the generation 9 times out of 10 it held wins the whole generation.
Yep.
Xbox had it in the 360, and they did the best they've ever done in the 360. And all behold, when they lost it during the PS4 and Xbox One generation, that's when shit started going downhill for them there too. Like at the end of the day, just because you don't like Call of Duty, I think Call of Duty dog shit. But the fact is 80% of that consumer casual only play one game a year, they motherfuckers are playing that shit. So it's at the end of the day,
and on a bad year like Vanguard right now, they're still selling. They're still selling like gangbusters of that game. Even if it's a low year for Call of Duty, they're still at the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Every single month. Doesn't fucking matter. People still buy the game and play the game. And it's just regular gamers. This isn't like us in here who are, you know, very selective with the kind of games that we play. We're not going to sit and play. Yeah.
Last year, think about it. Microsoft made a very dry year look fantastic with below average studios that hit above their weight. Imagine when the Bethesda studios start rolling out, the Activision studios, you start seeing Call of Duty every year, every other year. You're starting to see Fable sprinkled in there, Avowed sprinkled in there. You start seeing Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield sprinkled in there. You start seeing Starfield expansions. Like, people don't understand that Microsoft literally has the Thanos gauntlet. And unless Sony does something to correct that and actually output the amount of content they're going to need, I'm pretty confident that they're going to have a bad generation.
They just need to have a 2020 every year from this point, because I think their 2020 was like excellent from Sony.
Yeah.
In terms of like the amount of titles they had, you know, all of them hitting when they hit, like it was crazy.
I think 2021 was poor for PlayStation.
2021 was poor.
I mean,
I don't care what nobody tells me.
2022 is going to.
I had a bunch of games to play. So.
If we look at it from just this year, they got God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Gran Turismo, and then, you know, Forsaken, if you want to count that. So I'm just talking about mainly first party stuff. Like, God of War is probably coming out next year. I would be surprised if it came out this year. I'd love for it to come out this year. But to me, Sony doesn't release games in the holidays, and usually you will know if a game's going to come out by now and what the release date is. Example, Horizon Zero Dawn. We know when that's coming out. So, and it's just like, are they going to announce it in June and have it out in September or August? Like, that's usually not a Sony move. I guess it's possible, but let's look at it from just that game. Once God of War comes out this year, once Horizon Forbidden West comes out this year, and once Gran Turismo comes out this year, what else is next?
Well, I would say that's more than what Xbox currently has right now.
But my point,
AAA games,
it is. But my
just to play
point
devil's advocate
is we're looking at it from a next year standpoint on. What else? What else is next?
You have Spider-Man 2. You have Wolverine. You still have a lot of on the ninth titles.
Wolverine probably isn't going to come out to 2024, 2025. Spider-Man's probably going to be a holiday game next year, if not the beginning of 2024. Like that's all. All their other studios are taken. Naughty Dog literally just went. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima literally just went.
Yeah.
Well, they're making remasters of
more director's cut. Yeah, that's how they fluff up their releases. Like you got Uncharted Friday. Director's cut.
But at the end of the day, is that really going to push the needle any?
No, not really.
We clowned on all that shit.
In the mindset,
doesn't
it
do anything for me.
And like the mentality of people, they say,
Yeah.
They sit there and go, look at all these releases from PlayStation 5. I saw somebody put Hitman 3 VR
on the thing.
Was like on a list. Or like someone
horrible.
Then they also like fluffed up the list with the Neo collection, and then they put Neo 2 on there.
Yeah.
It's like Neo 2 is in the Neo collection. Like, you're just fluffing up these fucking lists to make PlayStation look better. Like, why are you putting Hitman? Like, I get Hitman VR's, but they were saying it was a PS5 exclusive. Hitman VR is only available on the PS4 version.
I get people's standpoint when it comes to these highly rated games. They're going to still have the highly rated games. You're still going to have this successful Spider-Man franchise in 2023, 2024. You're going to have the Wolverine probably 3 years from now. You're going to have Horizon do good year, God of War do good year. But then here's the thing. You're going to eventually start seeing Fable drop, Avowed drop, Elder Scrolls 6 drop, Starfield drop. You're going to start seeing all the Arcane Studio games drop. You're going to start seeing Gears drops again. You're going to see consistent Halo information throughout that whole time. You're going to start seeing some of the other, whatever, the Indiana Jones game drop. I'm sure that they haven't been making Indiana Jones this whole time. They probably have a Wolfenstein in the dark. You're going to see eventually the next thing that they do after Doom. Like, my point is, and a lot of these studios are working on 2 games.
Yep.
And then Hellblade still got to drop. Perfect Dark still got to drop. Outer Worlds 2 still got to drop.
The Mara game, like the Mara game, but also if you're just not focusing on just the exclusives, if we're just not talking about that and thinking about strategically. I know everybody focuses on it, but it's just like you got to think about these third-party deals that Xbox that has. Like Phil Spencer said, that we have these third-party deals slated to hit here at these specific times. Like, so if it is dry, like they definitely have something there that at least, if not from them, from somebody else that's going to be hitting Game Pass. Like, so they're really stacked up. Either way you look at it, with third-party in our first party, like they got you. Like, for PlayStation right now, like somebody said, Sifu and like Forspoken, aka Tech Demo, shout out Bless Red. Like, so it's just like, what the fuck, yeah.
And the crazy part is you got these people in the chat saying, they speak all kinds of stuff. Like, Diablo 4, I will agree in that's going to probably be an exclusive. It's just and people said that I'm turning out to be more like Kid Smooth. It's like, look, I'm literally just telling you the facts. Like, it's not my fault that Sony doesn't have the type of output when it comes to games that Microsoft has at this moment. Like, you guys literally said all last generation Xbox needs games, and when I read you 5 to 8 good games that are coming out in the next 3 years, what do you say? That's ridiculous. And what's funny is, so is it not really that they wanted Xbox to have good games? You wanted Xbox to try to compete with PlayStation in the games they try to make. Newsflash, they can't. They stopped trying. So they did everything else around the field. What output for Xbox? These people have such blinders
Don't
on.
even get into that. At that point, these dudes are just trolling for no fucking reason, man. They're just trolling for no reason. We all know what Xbox has coming. It's just, hey, when are these games going to drop? Because we know that they've been announced. Already. That's it.
And when God of War comes out, it's going to take them a minimum of 3 years to make a new one. When Horizon comes out, take another minimum 3 years to make a new one. So it's just like, the output is an issue, regardless if you could sit there and you could try to like talk your who you try to convince, yourself or us. Because when Microsoft's able to make 5 to 7 games, depending on maybe 3 to 4 AAAs, up and down there, and the rest AAs, and they're sprinkling Game Pass announcements throughout that whole time, and Sony's dropping 2 games a year, who you think's going to be talked about highly more? And then guess what they'll attack? Oh, it's the quality of the studios. Tell me how many of these studios don't make good quality games that doesn't review highly on Metacritic? It's not Obsidian. It's Hellblade did pretty decent when it came out.
Yeah,
I'll give you Compulsion and Undead Labs. That's the ones I'll give you. But other than that, what did Psychonauts Metacritic score, guys?
You only got nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, Wasteland 3 was an 80 something. Outer Worlds was an 86 something. Like, so now I can't use the Metacritic thing because it's on our side. It's on my side, on my part of the argument. Like, that's my point. Like, you can't attack this quality wise either, because the majority of these studios that Microsoft's buying, They have done nothing but make quality games. It's just there are a couple that's questionable, and we do have to see those studios. But to think that Microsoft would buy someone like Obsidian, and then Obsidian just all of a sudden starts making trash, that's dumb. I'm sorry. That's a retarded ass thought process.
Like, no, it's not only retarded though.
Got him though.
Hold on, let me say something about that, because I've been speaking about that, and it's quite crazy that people say stuff like that, Addict, and it's like you going at the integrity of these developers, because it's like, regardless of what you think, about like these services and Microsoft buying developers, the developers still gonna make good games. They don't want to put it, they don't want to be out there just making anything and be like, because people will come after them like, yo, this shit is garbage, regardless of what it's on, what platform is on, or whatever. They still gonna make good games. And for them to say like, oh, the games aren't gonna be quality because this person own them or that, or they ain't managed right. No, some developers, the ones that's great, they don't need to be managed like that. That's like, what people don't understand. Like so for them to say that, they supposed to be all for the dads, but all of a sudden now they don't have faith in them because of what platform it's on. That's why I came. Go ahead.
It's like the mentality that people use Metacritic score. Oh, it's dipping, so we have to assume the next game's going to be worse. So I'm going to automatically assume the next Naughty Dog game's going to be worse because it is dipping. Right, the Last of Us 1 score higher than Last of Us 2? Yeah, if anything, the amount of information that we got before Last of Us 2 came out, I could actually go off on a limb and say that their next game might not be a show for their former talent because they lost a lot of talent during the Last of Us 2 production. But you don't see me on Twitter saying dumbass shit like that.
Because it's irrelevant. Like it's like
you think like we heard so much when Xbox acquired these companies is that all right, now these companies are under Xbox, like these game devs are gonna get amnesia and forget how to work their fucking hands. It's just like these people have been doing it longer than any of us obviously have. They're not gonna forget how to make good games. Like, stop the bullshit. Like, no matter where they went, they could have went to Sony, to Nintendo, anywhere. They're not gonna forget how to make a goddamn game. Like I hate that narrative. Like they're fucking toddlers or something. Like they're a fucking goldfish. Like,
and then if you look at it from the standpoint on what's going on right now, it's just like, look, like you can have that mindset, but we have legit examples that Microsoft has done better by these studios. They said Psychonauts was they let Psychonauts developers Double Fine literally put boss fights back in the game that wasn't originally there. They let Exile Entertainment put content that wasn't in Wasteland 3. They let them put voice in Wasteland 3. Originally was a text format game.
Yep. Facts. Hey, so go ahead, finish. I thought you go ahead.
I was just gonna say the fact that, I could give you examples of where they've excelled because of Microsoft, and you guys can give me almost no examples of where they haven't excelled because of Microsoft.
Yeah. Hey, Smooth, before you go to the next topic, because I know you.
Topic. What's up?
Well,
because Blessed Red just said something, and I wanted to say something about this, about factions too. Like, I think, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that, but Factions 2 releasing standalone, it was the worst idea in my opinion, and here's why.
And not to mention, we still ain't seen nothing on Faction. Like, if that was Microsoft, they would get obliterated every 5 minutes. But no one says shit to Sony about Factions.
Not only that, though, Addict, but look at this. This is where I'm going to tell Smooth to chill and wait for the fireworks, because this is what's about to happen. We just witnessed them say that player count and current users and all that don't matter. Well, if they would have released the multiplayer and not cancel it, because they did cancel it, with the actual game, it could have stood with that game and not rely on, they couldn't like fall back on the users. Now they have to rely on active users now. They're going to have to release those numbers, because when you have a standalone multiplayer, it doesn't matter how much it sells. it matters how much it gets supported.
It's all about engagement. Yep.
Exactly.
And if they would have bundled it, if they would have bundled The Last of Us Part 2, the excuse would have been like, "Oh, it's a complete package."
I'm really under the impression that I think that factions thing was canceled midway through Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And then when they found out how much backlash they get, they're like, let's act like we've been like that's something we're doing later. Like they literally tried to make people think that this is something that was coming out in 6 months. Remember? It'll come out later. Yeah. Like, no, that shit started production there.
It's literally been almost 2 years later, and they can't fucking make a multiplayer mode. Come on.
Yeah,
they don't make multiplayer games. Period. They don't know how to make multiplayer games.
I bet you after that Call of Duty thing, they're like, "Yeah, we got to get this faction shit up out of this bitch." Like,
I wonder. Do you think they're just like hoping that everybody's forgetting about it?
No,
nobody's gonna forget about it.
Every dude, Last of Us Day is supposed to be a day you celebrate Last of Us. And what's funny is it's been turned into a day where the Last of Us fans roast Naughty Dog because the Last of Us faction's still not out. Like, they can't even look forward to their own day a year to celebrate their franchise when they're like, damn, I know, we're gonna it's like people come in and like, okay, do we got factions to announce for Last of Us Day? No, but we got this artwork we could show on Twitter.
we got this merch you can buy in our store.
Yo, the show gonna come out before the multiplayer.
Oh
Facts.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be.
Wasn't the show come out like next month or something like that?
No, it's something. I think it's this fall.
Oh, you talking about?
It's gonna be 2025. These is gonna talk about where's Factions 2 at, man.
They'll be releasing on the PS6.
And someone said Grounded and Bleeding Edge are kind of yikes. And I agree with you on that when it comes to Bleeding Edge. I do feel like Microsoft put that out there with no real solid foundation to like support that game like in the way it needed to. But Grounded clearly has a huge following.
Yeah,
I don't like that shit. But how I gravitate towards because here's how there's a casual audience, there's a core audience, and there's a hardcore audience. I feel like that core is the people that play a lot of games, but they only really play like a solid genre. They don't really play like a variety of games. Like my cousin that lives upstairs, he is the definition of that damn person. And the only thing he plays is survival type of games. And he'll play Halo. And first off, he's subscribed to Game Pass. And second off, that dude is up there right now playing Grounded.
Grounded.
Your boy Smooth, your boy Christopher Harden, and talk about now we slandering Last of Us 2. We not slandering
shit.
No factions. Where's factions? Where's factions 2 at?
We ain't slandering Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 was a phenomenal game.
Great game.
Absolutely great game in 2020. We're asking why is it taking 2 years to release a multiplayer component?
That they acted like it's right down the well.
Yeah. They're like, don't worry, factions won't be here launch, but it'll be like we're working on it. Like to me, that's like 6 months out, not years later. Years.
Shit, it's like they build the neck jump from the ground up, my G.
No, I'm telling you,
which is probably which probably proves Addict's point. Like they were like, they were going to make it, then they scrapped it, then they're like, oh shit, now we got to start this thing from the ground up.
They had it. They leaked. Some of them leaked gameplay of factions.
That's what I meant.
Let's go back to playing Splitgate.
That's what I meant. It was probably midway through development that they realized they could only do one in a certain amount of time, so they canceled the factions. And then I don't like. Here's the thing: if they were making that side by side with the Last of Us campaign, I find it highly unlikely that game wouldn't be out right now. There's no way.
How does Ghost of Tsushima have multiplayer and Last of Us doesn't? What?
And they
come on.
They have a multiplayer and they put a co-op raid in the game.
And a co-op raid. And
I didn't even know that shit existed.
Is Sucker Punch better than Naughty Dog? Let me stop.
Oh man,
Sucker Punch gonna be taking over.
Oh man.
Yeah, how are they so great of developers, but they failed to make something that they made before? This is crazy, bro.
Like that's because they're making a remake of the original Last of Us.
They want to remake. They want to remake the first one and give you a director's cut.
They're too busy to give you another $70 remake.
No, they going
to focus on the task at hand.
Like they gonna do the remaster of Last of Us one, and that's gonna have the multiplayer. Like, so it's just like y'all gonna be playing.
It's gonna have the remastered factions. Son of a bitch.
Yo, remaster factions.
Nah, I disagree with Sean Shank. It's not. It is underrated. My bad. I thought you said it's overrated.
I don't understand why they didn't remaster
it's
the
underrated,
Uncharted multiplayer as well. Like, why would
Yeah, come on, man. Really?
Let's be real here.
PS5 version of Uncharted.
I'm sorry, they completely relied on Call of Duty to be their multiple. They relied on Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone, and they didn't feel like they needed to put their hands on anything when it comes to multiplayer. It doesn't help when the PlayStation, user base tells them not to make multiplayer games. So it's just like, look, like they don't have that grace of Call of Duty, because even if they keep Call of Duty and that's still a multi-plat, they're not going to have the privileges that they have now. They're going to get stripped of that They're going to get stripped of that that the marketing rights to it, and that the marketing rights is almost probably more important than the actual fucking game, because Call of Duty goes up and down. But you could put that symbol, that PlayStation logo after a Call of Duty commercial. Most Call of Duty fans don't know that shit's made by 3 different studios.
But hold on. Fahim Scott. So we saying factions can't do fine on its own stand. No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that now that it's on its own, it's going to have to stand on a merit that you got to keep a consistent player base. So all this stuff that people saying on Twitter about, all these multiplayers that dropped after a week or whatever, like every multiplayer do, it's gonna be some tweets resurface, and Smooth is gonna have fun with y'all grunts out there, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, well, we have another big announcement though. Crisis 4. That got announced.
Oh, right.
Get announced by
Crytek. We're at 11 o'clock, and we're like, Crisis 4.
We're at 11 o'clock.
I'm not.
Should have been Rise on our own, right?
If it was a Rise 2, I would have been. But I keep trying to play this Crisis trilogy, and I don't like it.
Like Crisis 2, man. Crisis 2 isn't bad.
Yeah, Crisis 2 was legit. You can skip the first one.
Skip the first one.
I got all of them.
I'm gonna skip all of them, including.
Actually, you could skip the first one and a third one, and just play the second one and be completely okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to play through them all, but
engage.
No, I'm not saying that. Factions is a solid multiplayer, but the thing is people need to stop telling us Factions is a solid multiplayer and start telling Sony, because they're the ones not giving the shit to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bring that up to them.
Yeah, I'm just.
We're just the messenger, so.
But I'm curious to see how PlayStation responds. I'm just, like I said, I feel vindicated because I made my argument about, like, I was like, if Xbox has to buy a publisher just to get the game on its platform, go ahead and do it. So, and I know people think PlayStation. So PlayStation needs to make a move. So they say. Some people say don't make a move. They're fine. I don't see.
Make some multiplayer games. How about that?
But yeah, they have to do something, because if I'm, like I said, if I was an Xbox personally, like, I'm not giving anybody a bone. You know what I mean? Get your contractual agreement, but after that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And,
hey, my man said WAP though. Like,
it was a WAP.
Like, nah, like, I mean, if PlayStation, like, I think the only way they should really, and I said this last week, and I'm gonna continue to say it, like, the only way they can continue to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation beyond 2023 is if PlayStation is willing to negotiate a Marvel Spider-Man onto Xbox. That's the only answer. Like, I mean, I don't. Otherwise, it's like there's nothing to really gain from them.
Hey, yo, them negotiations is just gonna be Game of Thrones, like Red Wedding shit, B. Like, it's just gonna be like, look, I want Spider-Man. So
they got Final Fantasy, baby.
I would love to be in them conference rooms when that shit's going down. Like, I would have liked to have been the day that Microsoft announced that they're acquiring Activision. Can you just imagine, like, being a fly on the wall in them Sony executive offices? Like, I bet they were.
I want to be on that. I want to be on that Zoom call, man.
The way the way it was described to me is there was multiple emergency meetings.
Oh shit! I bet it was shit. Shuhei probably about.
Oh yeah, I bet they were fucking hitting emergency buttons. calling
He's
out
like, shoot, hey, where you
Reds.
going, bro? Where you going? He like, hey, look, I'm about to go up to Xbox. B. I see you later.
And
Call of
it
Duty
is the
like,
same.
Call of Duty like, nah, fam.
Well,
I gotta
who
go get.
held
I gotta go out and get some milk and cigarettes.
Milk and cigarettes.
So wait, who held emergency meetings?
Sony did.
Oh, the Sony, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as soon as the acquisition was announced, it's like, all right, let's all hop on a Zoom call. You got all these guys saying, all right, what's the next plan? How are we gonna counteract this?
Like, you got to think about them calls, bro. Like think about them calls. Think about when their stock was hit too. Like, that's what them calls was about, bro. Like, they was scrambling. Like,
I could see their calls now. Let's all jump in a Zoom call and talk about how fucked we are. So
Jim Ryan's like, we gotta drop our games day and in PC now.
Yeah, y'all sugarcoating
like,
it,
Call
bro.
of Duty stay at the top.
Sugarcoating it.
Like the PlayStation charts, Call of Duty stay at the top. So you telling me the one game that stays at the top of your shit like year round is about to be gone? There's no problems. You're delusional. Like,
yeah, look, don't sugarcoat it, bro. Like, when they got out there and made that post, that's what it really was about. Phone call. Look, Sony, PlayStation, somebody get out there and y'all beg Phil Spencer to honor their contractual agreements.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. That is the truth of what happened. Look, apologize, motherfucker. Put Spider-Man on Xbox or something. Do something.
I believe it. Shit, he coming through with the blade on him, yo. Like, hey, look, I'm just making jokes, but I mean, there is some seriousness behind this. It's like, when their stock was hit for that 20 year, and like,
that was begging,
that's what
bro.
they was talking about.
That was begging to tell them, we hope that y'all keep y'all. You know, like, what the hell?
Well,
yeah, Microsoft could have really did them dirty.
All right.
No, they could have though.
They could have, and they still have the opportunity.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it'd be funny if they like quote tweeted that and said, "I hope you mind your damn business."
Damn, hey yo, oh my god.
I mean, that would be fair game.
You know? I would have pinned that tweet. I would have pinned that.
Or they quote tweeted and said, oh, "We hope you have a plan B."
Jesus,
damn, you got canceled for that, babe. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But I still, even if they did want to, be friendly with Call of Duty, I still think it's big to have Crash, Overwatch 2, and Diablo 4 as exclusive.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Actually, I would really like for them to make a Spyro and a Crash game in the same world.
That'd be tight too.
Wait, they did a crossover game like that before?
They did.
They have, yeah. Crash and Spyro. You guys don't remember this?
I ain't never heard of it. So I want them to make a good one.
Must have been the PlayStation game.
No, dude. It was it was like Crash Bandicoot Purple and Spyro Orange. It was something like that. I remember it was on
PS2.
I remember what you talking about. I think you know.
Yeah. You guys don't remember that game? Oh man, I'm like the only gamer in here, man.
Son, hey,
what happens if Microsoft they even went a step beyond that and put it in the same world like Banjo-Kazooie and they were in?
Dude, oh my god, like the multiverse with that, or just like one whole thing, like they all exist in that world. That'd be dope.
And they start fighting each other's villains.
Yo,
yeah,
like,
I don't know if
nobody in here like
game, but they've done like super packs where they put two games in one.
Yeah,
that's all. I don't think they've been inside the same game. But
it's called
Xbox. Can't wait to play these both in Game Pass.
Crash Purple and Spyro Orange. They're on Game Boy Advance.
Do you think they'll bring back Skylanders?
See, that's why I ain't play this shit.
Probably.
Do you think they bring back Skylanders? I think Skylanders has a better shot this time around than it does now.
Fuck Skylanders.
That was a big game when it was out, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit. It was fire. Especially that's the one with all the little figures and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like people were buying that up for sure. Like,
actually, now
the hell out of that.
Now I'm literally just thinking about how cool it would be if they made a Spyro, Banjo-Kazooie, and Crash Bandicoot game, and they were in each other's universe, kind of like a different like a rift apart with like Ratchet and Clank, but it was like somehow their worlds were like intertwined with each other.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
You know,
no, that would
Crash
be good.
Crash Tag Team Racing too.
I'm telling
cool.
you, I need this deal to hurry up because I can't wait the day these games drop in the Game Pass.
They probably ain't doing none of this shit we thinking about.
No.
Here's another question. Do you think
Wishful
enough
thinking.
of the? Because if you remember when Bethesda, when they got far along enough into the deal with Bethesda, they started dropping their games in Game Pass before the deal was even done.
Yeah.
Do you think that we might?
Yep. I think that's gonna happen.
You think we might get to a point where like the ink is dry, but like they've officially? Because I think the deal is probably going to be done before the year's up. They just won't come out formally and announce it. It'll just be something that's happened in the background. You think if they're able to finish that deal to a certain point, and there's no kind of conflictions with the marketing or whatever contract they have with Sony, you think they might try to sneak that Call of Duty this year in the Game Pass?
See, that's the thing. Is like I think they try to get it into Game Pass this year. Regardless if the deal closes at the end of the calendar year, I think the game goes into Game Pass. Cause that like I don't know, man.
Who said we didn't like?
Like
Yeah,
I wanted to, like I that's how much I wanted to happen, but I also want this deal to close immediately too. So, but that's like
like you just want to up your gamer score with them damn Call of Duty campaigns. That's what it is.
Imagine they're able to get their hand. Like I don't think they could do any kind of marketing until that deal's up. But imagine when they're able to market Call of Duty in Game Pass.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a wrap, dude.
Every holiday they have the newest Call of Duty, and it says buy an Xbox, get it in Game Pass day and date. Or insane, buy an Xbox and walk out with Call of Duty.
Jesus, hey,
why don't they just bundle Call of Duty with Xbox?
Yeah, like the Game Pass
Call
subscription
of Duty itself to advertise Game Pass. That would be like the advertisement. The Game Pass Call of Duty.
Damn, like yo. I don't know how you could fuck it up, but I mean, if they did fuck it up, that'd be like a stupid L for Xbox and Microsoft, bro. I think they got this shit in the bag, bro.
Yeah, but with that being said, I'm about ready to close it out because it's damn near 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes, sir.
I do appreciate everyone coming through, all 100, and I think we peaked at 133. Shout out to Black Bond who came and stopped in for a quick bit. Shout out to Lord the Gaming Addict. And shout out to the Iron Lords podcast who broke. You guys did nearly 2,000 live viewers on the last
that was like
episode.
15.
The podcast is sitting at 30.
That was a really good one.
Podcast is sitting at 35,000 right now.
Yeah, so that was an epic episode, and y'all went kind of long too. Like
I watched the whole 6 hours.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
I was up in there, like I was like, yeah.
But that was a dope show. So shout out to the whole team: Lord Addict, Cognito, King David, Sovereign. I'm not missing anybody.
You jumped in there for a couple minutes.
Yeah. For a couple, yeah.
Fame was in there.
Miss it. Fame was
Smooth is the old.
He cracked me up there with his you don't buy Dr. Thunder, you buy Dr. Pepper.
Smooth is the only person I know that'll jump into a podcast with 1,900 people watching and not promote his own damn channel.
Oh.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. But yeah, man, anybody got anything else to say? Get your outros out now.
I ain't talking more than I have to.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys drop a like, share the stream, share your support. Yes, make sure you guys drop that like.
Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button.
Yeah, damn it.
When I got just one last question. When the hell is Bright Memory Infinite coming out for Xbox?
Man,
no idea.
You tweeted at them. I saw
that. Right. I forgot about that game.
It's on PC though. Hey.
Well,
yeah.
Well, this is like, ain't it like a rewritten story though? Like this console version, I guess.
No, it's the same version as PC. It's just not on PC.
All right,
it's not on console yet.
It's not no, because we got like the Bright Memory demo, like that $7 demo that they released at the Xbox Series launch. So yeah, this is gonna be like the full blown gaming. This is the one I really want to play. Like, But yeah, it's out on PC. It came out in November on PC, and they said they're working on like the ray tracing for the Xbox version, and the Xbox version's already ported. They're just working on a DirectX ray tracing, and they'll update.
My man said they drink is 4 hours.
But that was back in like November, when they said that were October, and it's now in January. So come on, hurry up and release this shit, because I think they did update us and said if we bought the original game, we get it free or a discount, whatever. But I'm looking forward to it. But shout out to everybody who came through in the chat.
Yeah,
Bless Red, Mike Lowry,
Game Pass Perry,
Game Pass Perry, Grimes McGarris was here, Alex PSX, Him Solo, Nick,
Christopher Hart,
and
Raheem Scott.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. As always.
Thank you.
Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.